What's up? Welcome to V.A.S.T. I'm Jackson Lanzing, and this is an exciting time. This is the first of the last 2 episodes of the first season of V.A.S.T. So I want to just say a couple of things before we get started, and then I want to take every possible opportunity to just play this game out as fast as humanly possible. Because in case you weren't around for the last unification, they can take some time. So let me just start by getting very real with you guys. I've said before, and in joking ways and not, that I had no idea what V.A.S.T was going to become, whether it would be something that engaged me for 12 weeks, let alone something that engaged 10 of my favorite people. Now 11. Well, 12, now that I've met Amy Vorpal, who I got to meet through this thing, for 12 weeks. Let alone something that would engage you, something that would produce a Discord, thanks Ann, a bunch of hashtags, an enormous amount of fan art, as you all saw, an outpouring of support for this weird universe that I've been living with my whole life. Never really thought it would be like this. This has been truly one of the greatest joys of my creative life. It is something that, when I'm not stressing out about it for the 2 hours before the game, is something I can just sort of think on really with sort of nothing but positivity. There's no suits in this room telling us what to do. There's no corporate mandate to do anything. What we have on this project that is distinct from anything I've ever worked on as a writer is a full and total creative freedom to build the story and the universe the way that we want. Heck, I can swear. I can do whatever I want. And my players can do the same. They can surprise me. They can change the story on me. They can invent things that break my game. And these were the things that for me had been really important for the Star Trek game, the game that I ran in private before I ran V.A.S.T in public. So to each and every one of you who supported the show, who's shared a hashtag, who's told your friends to get involved, who's subscribed for Alpha to check us out, thank you. It means just the world to me, and I am really looking forward to thanking each and every one of you in person. And that's why, turns out, we're going to have an opportunity to do that. So, before we get started, I want to talk to you guys about the first big Alpha community event. It's coming up real soon. It's coming up next Monday, February 20th, here in Los Angeles. It is the Alpha Kickoff Party. And not only is it kind of a cool, unique event in and of itself, but it's held at a really cool, unique space, that being the Magic Castle here in Los Angeles. Apparently we've got, the place to ourselves to some degree, which is something I don't think you can really ever say about the Magic Castle. It's kind of an amazing place. And as a person who's been there before as a guest and had to work with a magician just to get myself in, it really is a worthwhile place to go, even if you weren't getting to hang out with a bunch of awesome nerds and a bunch of the people from V.A.S.T. But turns out a lot of the V.A.S.T cast, writers room, and myself will be at the Magic Castle next Monday from 12 to 4 p.m. Here in Los Angeles. So come hang out. You can find a link to the invite, which will get you in the announcements forum on Alpha. It's the easiest way to get yourself on that deal. Members are allowed to bring one guest. And hey, if you RSVP by tomorrow, and seriously, you have to RSVP by tomorrow, just do it right now. Just do it right now. If you don't do it right now and you don't do it tomorrow, there's no guarantee you can get in. So I hope to see you there. It'll be a blast. We've also got some stuff coming down the pike for WonderCon. I'll be letting you guys know about that real soon. As far as what happens after episode 13, because this is episode 12. I ate into my season by an extra episode. Thanks, Alpha. Here's what I'll tell you so far. V.A.S.T isn't over. We have interesting plans, and that's all you get to know until tomorrow. Next Monday. I'm not telling you anything tomorrow. Don't ask me for answers tomorrow. I will give you nothing. Don't hit me up on Twitter about that. No, next week I'll be able to share with you the sort of wider plan for what V.A.S.T looks like moving forward, and how I'm going to do it after I've killed all of the characters you love. So with that in mind, here is the first part to the 2-part finale here on V.A.S.T. This episode is entitled The Truth.
Earth is gone. all of our homeworlds are. Swept away by the dark force known as the Slate.
Saved by the ancient Pac-Ha and given new worlds, we are now the Peacekeeper.
We search for justice, truth, equality, and meaning.
And ensure that none will ever have to suffer as we did.
Our aim is true. Our power is great. But the galaxy is vast.
We are the brightest eye, a proud and noble species of survivors.
We alone have stood against the Slate. We alone are favored by the gods.
For centuries, we have known only isolation, but a new day has dawned.
Our people are in peril, and we will stop at nothing to survive.
This galaxy is dangerous, but our fury is vast.
Welcome back to V.A.S.T. Here we are.
Hello.
Look at this motley crew we've assembled for you. Our lovely Max Isaacson, Visionary Destroyer, is rocking a dope-ass crown. That's amazing, man. And he is also coming to us from New York.
New York. Wastelands of New York, and the home of New York Fashion Week.
Right. So Max every year goes off and does a bunch of very important work at New York Fashion Week. I honestly still don't entirely understand what you do. You just disappear and come back with a million weird New York Fashion Week stories. But
I'd like to lodge a complaint.
Yeah.
I feel like Good Idea should definitely be with him right now because this jumpsuit I'm wearing is no good.
Please bring Good Idea back some dope swag.
I promise, yeah. Well, at the very least, I'll bring you a crown.
Nice. Watch out giving him that crown. Megalomania flares high.
That's my brand.
It's your megalomaniacal laugh. You really prove my point. Max is obviously off-site, and you'll also notice that our dear Dylan Duval is not here. Do not worry, he will be back. Dylan just had to go visit his family up in Oregon, and we'll be watching this on VOD. So everybody say hi to Dylan. Hi, Dylan. We miss you, but that's cool. He and I have talked, and I have very specific plans on what to do with him in this game. Definitely going to make all of your lives harder. It'll be fun. Yeah.
Great!
Yeah.
That's the best!
Yeah, right?
I'm going to assassinate him.
I'm going to kick you off the ship!
He's going to kill him. I'm kidding. I'm
Not if I do it first.
BFFs.
So before we get started, since this is our sort of the first part of our finale, and this is a lead up to a lot of the stuff that we've done up until now, I would love to just sort of go down the path as you introduce yourselves and just sort of give a sense of give us your name, give us who you're playing, and then tell us what that character has been going through up until now. What the, in a short little deal, what do you think your story's been leading up to this point? And some of you have a lot of stories, some of you have a little story. Don't feel any pressure, but just, give the audience a recap of where you've been, what's going on. Make some sense? Mm-hmm. We'll start it easy. Captain Bard.
My name is Amy Dallin. I play Captain Lucy Bard, the first human to ever become the captain of a Pac-Ha Peacekeep Starcrosser, which was fantastic. It was the culmination of everything I worked for my entire life, except it turns out that I have been giving my life to something which is a throne of lies. And as of last episode, just encountered some evidence that the Pac-Ha are not the benevolent force that I thought they were, and I'm hopefully, assuming I get my hands on the rest of this information, about to know for sure that everything is terrible, and we'll see what I do now.
Love it.
Well done.
Leuven?
Hello, I'm Gina DeVivo. I play First Officer Leuven Yikjalmur. I'm siblings, twins, as it were, with that mug down there. And what has Leuven been going through? Let's recap this.
What hasn't she been going through?
So, got her lovely crew together, then had one of them kidnapped, then fell in love with a rock monster who turned into a ball of goo. Love you, Syra, though.
Love you, Syra.
Love you, Syra.
And now having her world turned upside down and hopefully kicking butt with her captain.
I'm Jeff Torres. I play the Rake Jalmor. Again, we're twins. Yeah, he's a rapscallion. Started out being an alcoholic. Can't drink anymore because the Pac-Ha is evil and changed my genes. That's messed up. I've been investigating them. I hacked their system. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Subsequently, that's how she's kind of starting to discover that they're not really benevolent, and I kind of already had a suspicion, and that's kind of why I'm on the ship. I mean, in my head, that's why I came on board.
Yeah, I think you revealed in the last
Yeah, I
game
did.
that very
Yeah,
much
that-
you
that-
came on board with the idea
That was my
there was
intention.
something going on.
Yeah, and so that's kind of why I've been, and we're starting to unravel the mysteries of the Pac-Ha, and I hope that we can do what we have to do as the story presents itself to us.
Speaking of the mysteries of the Pac-Ha, we have our newest player, Amanda Powers.
Yeah. Hi, I'm Amanda Powers. I play Fractal Bright, I guess formerly known as Fractal Edge. One of my many secrets that I have inside of me, apparently. Yeah, I spent the last couple of millennia on that ice planet. I forget what it was called.
Link.
There you go.
I got you.
I forget everything though, so you know.
I got you. You gotta buy the eidetic memory merit.
Oh, yeah. Not that that would help me.
At this point, it's useless. I've never held anybody to it, but it was a thing when I started the game. I was like, I'm gonna put this here, so people have to remember stuff. And then I learned how mean that was after a couple of games. I was like, I'm not gonna make people remember these stupid words. I got this.
Good. I was gonna do that.
A sort of strange misunderstanding brought me on board the Avalon, and who knows what will happen now.
What's up?
Oh no, I'm puppeting her.
Oh. That's a weird thing to do.
Reverse puppeting?
I have a question.
I wouldn't have asked him.
Rude.
Sorry.
So yes, Fractal is a mess of memories and secrets, not all of which she completely understands yet. But her shared past with the Pac-Ha, as well as your mystery of them, will be coming to fruition tonight.
Human, planar, Kirei.
There you go.
Yeah,
Kirei
great,
are
yeah.
like furry blue, cool cat people. Lots of limbs. Planar are two-dimensional. And yes, for those of you who are who've been trying to figure out the science behind them, keep guessing. I'm very interested in all the things you have to say about these things that are absolutely two-dimensional in physical space, but can operate in three-dimensional space. How does that work? You tell me. All right. Meanwhile, I love I've been getting all this stuff. It's like, are they holographic? It's like, maybe, but I'm not gonna tell you that. You keep digging. So please keep digging. I love it.
They just look like the thing that comes out of the wall in The Adventures of Young Sherlock Holmes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Is anybody else old enough as a soul to know about this? It's like the first ILM effect.
That's how you judge old souls, by the way. Who remembers the Indiana Jones Chronicles?
The stained glass windows existed.
Yeah. Okay, so that's the crew of the Peacekeep, because of course Noble Defender, who just found out that his parents may have been alive, or that they had been researchers for the Pac-Ha with the slate from a very famous family using a weird name. He's going through a lot of stuff right now, and that's gonna present itself down the line tonight. But he's not here. Bye, Dylan. Meanwhile, we've got Max, Visionary Destroyer. Bring us up to speed. You haven't been going through anything.
No. My name is Max Isaacson. I play Visionary Destroyer, and I've been on vacation for 6 months. No, I'm a giant. I'm the captain of the Screaming Valley. I am a giant bug creature known as the Brightest Eye. My singular desire in my entire life, the greatest mission I've ever had, was given to me by my father, who I idolized, which was to go and capture Colin's character, Good Idea, from the Pac-Ha. And
known to them as
I was
the
successful
Heretic.
in that mission. It was awesome. The Heretic. Sorry, we knew him as.
No. I'm just fleshing him.
And I was successful in that mission. Pac-Ha. And in coming back, we have run into a few snafus. One of which has yielded interesting results, which is that I have genetically modified myself by accident to become a queen version of my species. So I'm now female, which implies that I'm also massively cast up into the ruling class of my species, which nothing has ever been for thousands of years, except for the mother, who is basically God. So that's happening to me.
complicated times for Visionary Destroyer. Meanwhile, the rest of his crew has been going through their own little individual journeys towards self-realization. Let's start with the first officer, Nidar.
Oh, okay. My name's Ray Utarnatchet. I play Nidar, the Mind. It's sort of a peculiar kind of species. Basically, I think the closest analogy to something on Earth would be like a jellyfish. So he comes from a planet filled with jellyfish-like creatures, but in the game, he is basically a brain in a jar. Sometimes the jar is full of tears, sometimes it's not. And I think, a couple episodes ago, Nidar found something out about the history of his of the species and the relationship with the brightest eye, and something that wasn't too happy. And it may affect his relationship being first officer on board the Screaming Valor and relationship with the captain, Visionary Destroyer. So we'll see. I mean, there's a lot of mysteries to unfold here.
Speaking of people dealing with their response to the captain, Pac-Ha.
Hi, I'm Jody Hauser. I play Pac-Ha, the Limb, who's the tactical officer on the Screaming Valor. She got her position by trying to start a revolt and attempting to kill the captain, which apparently proved that she was qualified to be in charge of her people on the ship. So she's kind of just been a pile of self-loathing and general loathing for about 6 years, and then she lost really her only friend who disappeared when we were on a weird planet, but then she met this guy who...
she means Noble.
Yeah. But then she met Good Idea, who kind of reminds her a bit of herself, the whole like being trapped and trying to escape. So now she's sort of trying to take care of him while at the same time trying to save her planet because she really loves the trees there and wants to go home someday.
John?
My name's Jonathan Cowan. I play Hansarald Nirun, the science operative aboard the brightest eye vessel, the Screaming Valor. Hans started the game obsessed with evolution. He believed that harsh conditions brought out the best of things and people, and that weirdness and diversity was possibly the greatest thing you could seek out in the universe. And he thought that it was the means to defeating what he thought was maybe the greatest monstrosity of evolution, the Slate. Like myself in the Star Trek game, I think what he's ended up struggling with is the divergence between big morality and small morality. He met Leuven, who maybe pushed him a little bit towards one of those things off the path he was on, gave him some stuff to think about. And just as he was starting to have a bit of a conflict with the captain became the weirdest, coolest, most diverse form of evolution he's ever seen. So he's still very much a tempest in a teapot. He's got a lot of feelings.
He's got a lot of feelings. And a lot of those will start to get played out tonight. Lastly, we've had a lot of allusions to him. The MacGuffin of our great game.
Yeah. Last, but certainly not least, in fact, arguably the most important being in the cosmos, both in-game and outside of it.
We miss you, come home!
Look, I'm wearing my Cats of Space,
Blue
my
Cats in
twin variety of cat
Space.
shirt,
Yeah.
so, help. But my name is Colin Kelly. I play This Might Be a Good Idea. One-time primary mouthpiece of the brightest eye, master of diplomacy and conversation, who, through a twist of fate, became embroiled with the Slate many, many centuries ago, ended up being locked in a box in order to keep the Slate at bay, who, through his cunning wits and charm, managed to ooze his way out into the cosmos, where despite
Ooze his way.
And where despite all odds and despite never looking for it, he started to find friends. both with the Pac-Ha Peacekeep, who he initially did his best to myrtleize, but who looked past his prickly exterior and
We forgive you.
let them into their hearts, only to be snatched up by his arch nemesis, the Brightest Eye and the Screaming Valor, where he once again oddly started to find friends. So basically, this creature who really has only ever tried to look after himself has found himself surrounded by people he's kind of caring about, despite everything about his being saying GTFO. So a complicated situation.
No doubt. So 2 ships. One seeking out answers to the riddles that define their entire civilization. The other fighting for the very survival of their civilization. These 2 ships will tonight come back together in a meeting changed, I think, by the events of the season, and I can't wait to see what happens when I throw all these people together. So let's get them there, shall we? V.A.S.T? V.A.S.T?
V.A.S.T!
All
Let
right.
there be V.A.S.T!
Let's play some V.A.S.T!
I could play some V.A.S.T.
We are in concordance.
Yes, we are in concordance.
I could V.A.S.T.
I could
V.A.S.T tonight, guys.
I can V.A.S.T. Yeah, it's like, just want a tired drink.
Do you V.A.S.T?
Good game. Do you V.A.S.T, bro? Do you V.A.S.T, bro?
Do you even
Do you
V.A.S.T,
V.A.S.T, bro?
Do you even V.A.S.T, bro?
Break the set. Haha. All right, let's do this, you guys.
What's that?
Really quick, just one quick thing.
Yeah.
Amy, can you turn like 3/4 kind of towards Jeff? Just like turn your head 3/4. Does anyone else get like a total girl in the pearl with the pearl earring thing from Amy right now?
Oh,
Nice.
yeah.
Love it.
Girl with the pearl ring.
Kinda. Yeah, it's the headband, right?
The headband, it's the
And the light hair.
lighting,
Digging
the
it.
Sergeant with a
alabaster
Latin
skin.
comic
Yep.
and a lovely face. You know, all the things.
And the fact that she's naturally
Glowing
painted.
skin.
I thought you were gonna make me like hit him or something.
Yeah, I did too.
I was not seeing the compliment coming. Well done.
Problem with the monitor being over here is I'm constantly looking this way, which is no good to anybody. Sorry, I'm gonna
We
try
can
to
all
stop
see
doing
Max
that.
and Jack can't. So.
Okay, guys, here we go. That coming through? Yeah. Can we turn up the monitor a bit? Thank you. Just for Max as well.
This is too much suspense.
I know. I just want to be able to hear my music. What's happening? We turn it up more?
Waiting for the mood music.
Someone on the chat believes that I should be killed because I am a mad scientist with feelings.
No, I mean,
That's kind of
normally
mad
we can hear it. I can't
All
hear
I'm
it.
saying is I'm gonna sneak around.
I like that someone like who really
Don't
emotionally
kill
identified with
Doesn't
you
matter.
as like
Let's
an
see
emotionless
Guys, can
feeling.
you-
Oh, sorry.
Just for a second, I'm trying to make sure I... Yeah, I can work with that. Thank you. Sorry, guys.
You are forgiven.
Welcome to V.A.S.T. This is episode 12, entitled The Truth, starring all those people you just saw. Lucy Bard, Leuven Yukjolmur, Rake Yukjolmur, Fractal Bright, Visionary Destroyer, Hansrel Nerun, Nidar, Pac-Ha, and this might be a good idea. It's about a full day's journey across the galaxy from the Garland system to the outskirts of the Brightest Eye, where Good Ideas Anklet has begun retransmitting. Within the first hour of this journey, Noble Defender starts to look weak at the helm. Distracted and dizzy, he was taken to Nurse Pac-Ha, where he's been for the past hour. He is not in pain, comforts Pac-Ha the Zocodal. His human brain and Brightest Eye technology grafted to it are processing the trove of data encountered on the planet Link. He will awake. It's simply a question of when. As Rake is still unconscious, the ship is currently being flown by the woman you have all known as Lieutenant Reliable.
Yay!
Finally introduced as Lieutenant Commander Gotem.
Gotem.
She's a Ditopus. Slightly less, G-O-T-E-M. Slightly less,
You said Lieutenant?
yes, Lieutenant Commander. She's what you might refer to as your third in command.
Was she piloting?
Or your second officer.
We have no pilots anymore.
I know. We've got no pilots.
In the meantime, Captain Bard, you found yourself pulled to the Pac-Ha interface you recovered on the ice moon of Link. Waking dreams flash before you, strange images of darkness and fire, strange energies. 2 massive ships, larger than any you've seen before, meeting in a void and sparking something. The answers lie inside the interface. If only you can convince Fractal Bright, or is it Captain Fractal Edge, to allow you access. Fractal, you have also seemed to be having waking dreams, but that's just the strange world around you. Your memories of your previous life, those of Fractal Edge, remain cloudy at best, but the galaxy you knew was not teeming with life such as this. You know of no peacekeep. Your captaincy was something more equivalent to being a special agent. And now, here, millennia since you were assigned to Link and left alone, you are starting to learn bits and pieces. You've learned the Pac-Ha, a species you once served with a few others like yourself, now commands a vast armada of refugee planets. They've built star crossers. They've discovered and decided to destroy something known as the Slate. Recently, they've been warring with the Brightest Eye, this brutal species of insects, over a scientific marvel contained within a life form known as This Might Be a Good Idea. You're becoming acquainted with the future, and it's not nearly as bright as you would have hoped.
Have I heard of the Brightest Eye before?
No.
Okay.
They were a non-entity the last time you were in space.
Whoa.
Lastly, Leuven. You've been in crisis mode ever since leaving Link. Good Idea is within your grasp, but just like that, Rake went and almost got himself killed. As he finally wakes in the medbay, Good Idea in a bed just a couple down from him. You are
Noble
there.
Defender?
What was that?
Noble?
Noble is what I mean. What did I say?
Good idea.
Oh gosh, I'm the
It's
worst.
like,
Noble.
yay,
Nope,
I'm free!
sorry. Yeah. Retcon. It never happened.
It never
The whole season never happened.
It was a dream.
Yeah. No. With Noble there next to him, he wakes to find you there.
Oh, I forgot what a hangover felt like.
You've done a lot of stupid things in your life, Rake. This is probably the stupidest.
Yeah. Sorry. I don't know what happened. I wanted to see what they were looking at. I wanted to know what they knew.
You're sorry? That's the best you can say to me right now?
Yeah.
Do you have any idea what you did? You put us in danger. You think I don't remember what you said to me? You came to this ship just to stop the Pac-Ha. I thought that I thought maybe, stupidly, I thought maybe you just came to see me, but obviously that's never the case. But I never thought that you, with all the stupid things that you do, I never would have thought you would have put us in danger. That you would have put me in danger. Your captain. By doing what you did, you could have hurt us all.
I want you to know that I'm here to protect you above everyone else. And I did not meaningly, try to put you in danger. I want to know what the Pac-Ha's up to because I know that you kiss and worship the ground that they walk on. That's why I'm here.
And that just shows what you know. You have proven that you do not put my safety above your mission. This personal vendetta that you somehow have.
You're not listening to what I'm telling.
I don't need to listen to what you say. I know the actions you do. You say one thing and then always do something else. I have to be able to trust you. And you just proved that I can't.
I'm sorry.
Sorry's not good enough right now, okay?
What do you want me to say?
I don't want you to say anything.
What do you want me to do? What do you want from me? What? You wanted me to stick around, to hang out and be there for you? Oh, yeah, it's really easy for you to say. Always being the outsider, always being made fun of, always being looked down on by everybody.
It's not my fault the way they treat you, okay?
It doesn't matter. It's like you
does.
didn't try to understand
It
how I
does.
felt the whole time. Every time that I was there, every time I was on our planet, I was like looked at like trash.
Don't you get it? You're my person. It's supposed to be us against them. But you think of me as a them. I'm not.
I'm sorry I left. I had to find where I belong.
I know. I guess I was just hoping that it would be by my side.
Well, I'm here, aren't I?
Yeah, I hope for the right reasons.
I'll always protect you, Lou.
I want to believe that, but I don't feel that right now. Feel better. Get up and I walk away.
Okay.
Max is just laughing this whole scene.
You head. You head out the doors and head back to your quarters, setting the rock that you keep with you wherever you go on the sort of the most sort of prominent display there. You can feel with your emotions the way they are, your pheromones kind of getting out of control, and you begin to work to channel those. As a result, you're going to have some abilities with your pheromones that you put some of your XP into moving forward into the game. You guys will see that as the time goes on. Meanwhile, Bard. You have a ship heading deep into unknown space to rendezvous with this Brightest Eye vessel. On the way there, as I said, you have about a full day. The interface is obviously the interface is obviously a point of interest, but also you have a whole encounter essentially to prepare yourself for here. So, how do you want to proceed?
I need to know what's in that thing.
Okay. So it has been, a couple of things here. That thing is now essentially set up in the room that previously held the Pac-Ha interface chamber, where you kept Noble Defender there for that little bit of time once upon a time. You have access to the interface, but as a result of your deal with Fractal Bright, she is being kept there as well, essentially to look after this thing. This thing has been converted into her quarters. Since the initial deal was, if you come to here, you can protect this thing. You are also noted by Pac-Ha, in her medical reports, that the interface and the way it impacted Noble Defender's brain indicates, and the way it impacted Rake's brain, indicates that there's no small degree of risk associated with the use of this device. It can only be used by those with incredibly high ability to withstand chaos.
Did Pac-Ha have any insight into why I got visions when we went down there and activated the thing?
It would appear that it was just a matter of being in close contact with this thing at the time, but your guess is as good as Pac-Ha's in that way. It is a bad it's a bad time when a peacekeep nurse doesn't know what's going on medically, but in this particular case, this kind of technology is essentially unexperimented with outside of the Pac-Ha, who don't give a lot of information. Also, just for what it's worth, Opara indicates to you that they have not received any communications from the Pac-Ha, and in fact, the Pac-Ha have not received back any of your communications. It seems like they've put up a firewall between themselves and the Avalon, starting around the time you guys head into the forest, into the Ice Moon of Link.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, with that in mind, do you want to head down to the interface, or would you like to bring your crew together? How do you want to proceed?
I'm gonna go down to talk to Fractal.
Okay. The doors to the chambers open. Fractal has been there, sort of making herself at home for some time. What does that entail?
I mean, that's a good question. I'm guessing I have no idea how any of this technology works because
You've mostly just been learning, right?
Yeah, it's so far beyond me that I'm just kind of sitting there and protecting the thing.
So there's been a console that's been set up for Fractal, essentially to let her read and understand what the world is outside. So when you reach her, you find her sitting there at that console going through records of the last, 1,000 years of Pac-Ha history.
Fractal?
Yes?
It's Lucy.
Oh, come on in.
How are you?
It's really hard to say. It's a lot to take in.
Oh, I'm sorry. So it's said, are you bright colors right now? Are you muted colors? What are you physically looking like right now?
Yeah, I would say pretty muted. Yeah.
So it's like Fractal Bright, but muted colors. Same person.
Take it down a couple
personage?
notches.
Down a
Yeah.
couple notches. Cool. All right,
bright
proceed.
then.
Sorry.
A lot has happened very quickly. I hope you know if there's anything you need.
Well, come to that, there is. Given what happened on Link, I find myself woefully unprepared for battles of the current time frame, and wonder if you might have any armor that would suit me.
Jack, you'll have to tell me, but I think we do.
Yep. There is planar sort of iterations of the Pac-Ha uniform that can be deployed for her.
That's awesome.
It's actually, we do. We have specially designed uniforms for planar.
I request access to one, please.
Fantastic.
I'm going to add that to your inventory.
I have something to ask of you.
Okay.
There is a great wrong that needs to be righted.
What's that?
I won't know exactly unless you let me see the interface.
You know, but you don't know there's a wrong to be righted? I'm confused.
We found a message telling us that the information in that interface, which was left in your care, demonstrates that a good we serve has actually done great harm.
The good being the Pac-Ha.
I think so. I have served them my whole life and fought to serve them my whole life, but because I believed in protecting life. And it seems there may be more to the story. Before we head to the encounter we're about to go to, and worlds are under threat right now, and there may be a way to stop it.
Before we go any farther down this road, it is still my duty as a captain and to try and make contact with somebody in the Pac-Ha, possibly the person who put me there in the first place. Do you have means of communication for which I can reach out?
Normally we are in close contact with the Pac-Ha. They seem to have cut off communication with us.
Jackson?
Yes.
I want to know if I know whether there was any kind of like fail-safe or like communication that was supposed to be activated in case of an emergency or something.
Sure. On your vessel, yes, there was a sort of all-purpose emergency channel that could be sent out. If you want to apply that channel to the ship, you can attempt that. You're the only person that knows how that channel's coded, though, so you'll have to do it manually. Like, you'd have to do it yourself.
Okay. With so much still to learn and understand about this world, I still feel it is my responsibility to make an honest effort to continue to fulfill my duty until it is no longer necessary or correct to do so. I would like to attempt to run an emergency communication, which was given to me when I was set to my duty on Link, to try and communicate with my Pac-Ha counterpart.
Do you remember what's in the information in that?
I was never privy to the information. I was only told that it was my duty to protect anybody else from learning it.
And what if the secrets in there are doing harm? Then where's your duty?
I don't find it productive to operate in what-ifs. I prefer to operate with facts and knowledge.
I also would like...
Well, hence my request to communicate with the Pac-Ha, or at least to attempt to do so before I am completely derelict in my duty. There's no way for you to understand this, but for thousands of years, I don't even know how long, that was my one directive. That was the one thing I was responsible for. To have held on to it and held it up for so long, only to toss it away at the first sign of trouble, would bring me great shame.
Would you like to see the message that your friends left that leads us to believe we need this information?
My friends.
Back on Link. The scientists.
Oh, the Terrans. Sure. I don't know that that'll necessarily change my request, but I'm happy to take a look.
Can I clear the recording?
Yeah.
Okay. Going to bring that up just to read it again. File comes up, Terran man, jacket, the guy we've now known to be Noble's father, but he was here going by his code name, Ben Jankowski. Research log, Dr. Ben Jankowski, day 361. This is likely to be my last entry for a while. It's hard to believe that we've been here almost a year, and summing up what I've learned will not be easy. My wife and I came to this moon to investigate the relationship between the strange signals originating here and the ongoing war in orbit. We thought maybe if we shut down the signal, we could end the conflict. But what we've discovered is so much bigger. We found a vessel, Pac-Ha in origin, but ancient, older than our equipment can measure. We now believe this ship was part of a process that created the slate. I repeat, we have found evidence that the Pac-Ha were responsible for the creation of the slate. And we're still flush with supplies, and my wife wants, but it's getting too dangerous here. I'm taking my newborn infant son back to the Galactic Center. We're still flush with supplies, and my wife wants to remain here to continue our studies until I can return. Says it's too important to abandon, and I guess I agree. I'll continue this journal when I return, but until then, well, I guess Elvis has left the building. Bloop.
I have always trusted the Pac-Ha. I have always served the Pac-Ha. They saved my species from extinction. But it turns out that extinction may have been of their own making. And if we reach out to them and they stop you from letting me see this evidence, the slate right now is poised to consume millions of lives. I wish that we had time to stop and do this carefully. But
have you not reached out to the Pac-Ha since you left Link?
They've shut down communication with us when we went to your world.
And have not reactivated since you left. Well, shit.
Well said. I have an expression just like that on my planet.
I missed cursing. Not so much to say when you're on a nice planet alone.
I'm so glad we didn't have to leave you there.
So,
if it turns out I am wrong, if it turns out your friends were wrong, if it turns out the Pac-Ha are blameless, I will turn myself over to the justice of the Peacekeep. But I think it's too important to wait.
I do have a secondary concern, and that is more for the welfare of you. Given, what happened the first couple times members of your crew tried to put on that helmet. I'm not so certain, actually I'm very far from certain, that it will go any better for you, who is also a Terran.
That is a good point.
I don't know that, speaking as a captain myself, although a very different kind of one, I'm not so sure it is wise to potentially subject yourself to the same problems, let's call them. I don't know if I know any way around this.
So, a couple of just sort of thoughts from a peanut gallery. A couple of ways we can go about doing this in a way that doesn't directly interface her. You can try to pull it from Dylan's mind using the concordance, but that obviously has some conditions for Dylan. Like, never know if that's going to work. You can try and reconstruct it from Rake's mind, since he's already gone through it, but just going through it put him unconscious for half a day. You could go after the information.
That was my question.
And then communicate it, not knowing what the effect of this will be on a planar. The two of you can do it together and see if you're...
What if we do it together and my first officer, who has both computers and emotional manipulation powers, monitors the...
If you put together a ship-wide, effort, you have a ship of, a good, 1,000 people or so to, do work, right? Or it's a couple hundred at least?
Couple hundred.
I don't remember how many you lost.
10, 25 left? 10,
yeah,
50,
there's
something like that.
15 people left after.
Yeah, 10, 25.
Well, my question is, we established last episode that the way that we reproduce is fairly singular.
Indeed. So if you were in a risky position, you could always like abandon that version of yourself and try to jettison off into a new form.
You say try to, so it's not like a given.
It's not automatic, no. But it's a, it's a process that can be activated, and then the odds of success are pretty high.
Like a Time Lord regenerating?
Yes, like a Time Lord regenerating.
Exactly.
I don't know what that is.
Ask your nerd friends.
Don't admit that on Geek and Sundry.
It's okay,
No, I'm kidding. I know.
things.
I'm just being a dick.
I'm
You're wearing a Rick and Morty Stranger Things t-shirt. We really can't.
Yeah.
I know. Yeah, you guys can't hate on this. Come on, man. You
So
kidding
is it
me?
like,
That's
like
his cool
I
guy
like to
camouflage.
catch a foot and leave it behind?
Essentially, yeah.
The whole Rick and Morty wardrobe.
You like it?
Yeah.
I'm working on it, man.
You could also do that if you wanted. Yes, you could leave a part of yourself, but then once you've done that, that's going to grow into a new aspect. Like, that's all but dooming the aspect you're in. Because you got to put something into that. You know what I mean?
Well, but we established it's still me. It's
Yes.
just like slightly different.
Yes.
Would I run the risk of like forgetting everything from this?
You
don't
run
know?
many risks by getting into
All
that
right.
situation. That's a big move. But
And it's
but,
part of the reason. I'm not having this conversation in character. Never mind.
but the idea, but just to sort of baseline it, the suggestion you just brought up, that's a perfectly that's a way to use your assets.
Yeah.
The two of you work on this together. You try to interface it together and thus share the knowledge together so that it's not overloading one consciousness. And then you have Leuven there with ideally Opara and Pac-Ha on standby to make sure everything you could run an experiment.
You got people.
That'd be a good move. You could get Rake in on this. He's a hacker.
I'll hack some stuff.
Ugh.
You know what I
You
mean?
can use your hacking for good.
I will.
I can't believe that's even a thing.
So anyway, I like that as a thought. Talk
Yeah.
amongst yourselves.
You are right. There are a lot of risks, but one thing I have that you didn't for so long, we're not alone.
Harsh, man.
Oh no! I'm so sorry. I'm glad you're here. Is all.
That's what I'm saying.
And we have friends who may be able to help. My first officer has certain emotional controls. I even have. Rake is a hacker.
Wait, the unconscious guy? The guy that wouldn't leave the planet? That guy?
That
Rake's
guy.
ears
if
are
we
ringing.
need him, we can call on him.
Not the biggest fan of that guy.
I can see that.
But
Also, not alone in those feelings.
but feelings aside, you are correct. And if you think that working together may help make this easier, then that's what we should do.
Thank you. I know it's a lot to ask. All right, Lulu,
Yes, Captain.
can you come down to the Pac-Ha room?
Yeah, everything okay?
Hopefully it will be.
Be there in a minute.
So, as you head down and begin the process of putting together whatever this is going to become, we pivot across the galaxy. Whoa!
A distance too vast to ever make up, no matter how fast you're going.
Yeah.
Sorry, don't even
A
try.
vast distance.
We're totally safe and really far ahead.
Yeah.
Just keep saying the name of the show. The Screaming Valor has made it to the rendezvous point, where the other vessels of the Brightest Eye search team are set to meet you. If you'll recall, this was the plan once you escaped that nebula. In fact, you almost didn't go into the nebula for exactly this point. The team bears the scars of the experience in the Bastion Nebula. Some psychic, like with Nidar, some moral, like with Hans, but none more than Visionary Destroyer. Oh, and some physical, like with Pac-Ha, who almost got blown up.
Oh yeah, that.
Hate my dice.
But none more than Visionary Destroyer, who has become something very different than she once was. The vessel is now operated by limbs and by the ones who call themselves the Bountiful and Thriving, who have optimized efficiency aboard the vessel, but given the whole place a kind of haunting quality, considering they don't have any way of communicating with the rest of the ship. They simply move along silently with their chitinous squawking that none understand, but good
do
idea.
they understand our technology?
They understand it because the queen tells them how to understand it.
And a fair number of Siren as well, I imagine.
Yes, and a fair number of Siren who are definitely
super terrified.
Yeah, unnerved by all of this.
We make friends wherever we go.
Destroyer, your concordance has been dissonant ever since leaving the nebula. Your biological changes may have had more impact than you realized, but as a result, you've not yet been able to reach out to the others as they are incoming.
All right, weird.
While you've been meditating in the calm of your quarters, Destroyer, the rest of you meet up in Pac-Ha's forest to discuss how, if at all, the events of the past 24 hours change or affect your mission. You have probably, you have less than an hour before the rendezvous ships are due to coordinate. I just figured it would be good to give you guys a second to talk after the chaos of the last
And I have to say, I'm only letting Hans in because we met the other Talkly, and I'm like, oh, he's not so bad compared to his other species. They're fucking annoying. So that's the only reason I'm letting him into my room.
As you guys enter, by the way, I figure good ideas maybe first. As you enter, another limb leaves. You've never seen this guy before. He keeps his face down and his hands and limbs down, and he's very quiet. And he turns back for a second and says something in a language you guys don't understand. That then ends with the word Pac-Ha, and a language even you do not understand. I know, right? It says Pac-Ha, and then there's another line from inside the room, alien phrase, and then the word Stan. And Stan turns and walks down the hallway, completely oblivious to your presence.
And that's Stan with two N's.
That's Stan with two N's. Meanwhile,
what was that haunting language?
You didn't understand what we said?
I didn't. Good. I mean, of course, it was amazing. I haven't not understood what someone was saying in centuries. I have to know. You have to tell me what it was.
I'll just let you enjoy that experience.
the door opens and Hans is there.
Well, what a glorious day it is, everyone. How are you? I am wonderful. I'm sorry, I didn't wait for your reply. Please continue. But know that I am wonderful.
We're so happy for you.
Yes, me too.
Hans is followed very quickly by Nidar, who is escorted there by two Bountiful and Thriving, who seem to take a particular interest in him since you left the nebula. Those two wait outside.
Oh, great.
I was about to kick him out.
Yeah. They wait outside, and Nidar enters the...
Before they leave, I'm gonna chitin scratch at them like... Chitin, sorry. Protecting the important one, are we?
And one of them looks back at you and does the same thing. Always.
Well, our captain's magnificent change has taken place, and his physical form, understandably, is quite taxed to its limit. So he is recovering. But I thought it important that we meet to discuss recent events.
Yeah, it was pretty fucked up.
Fucked up indeed.
Have you seen anything like that before?
No! Isn't it amazing?
Have you...
Don't know.
Have you genetically, have we poked him? Have we prodded her, our queen? Have you examined the exact genetic ramifications of what has happened and may in fact be about to happen?
Unfortunately, beyond my initial synthesis of the pheromone which caused the change in... Oh dear, I don't even know what we call him. Visionary Destroyer, the Captain, the Queen. Oh, this is so exciting.
Captain probably works for now.
Very well. The chemical that caused the synthesis and the Captain, beyond that, I have had no time. And in fact, we are all running very low on time ourselves.
No doubt there. Have either of the, you're not concordance, but have the two, oh, and only Brightest Eye are concordance.
Only Brightest Eye.
Right, so none of them. Have we had any communication at all with the incoming rendezvous fleet?
It is an hour away, which brings me to my next order of business. Good idea. You made a deal with our captain. Appearances to the contrary, we are not monsters, and we would like to make good on that deal.
I insist.
You yourself are a scientific marvel, and the two of us took great data from the anti-slate radiation that we encountered down on the planet. As it seems our time together is limited, perhaps you and I should work on it.
For once, we are in complete agreement. I have relatively, by your calculation, I check my watch, my space watch. By your own calculation, we have roughly an hour or so in change before a space hour before I firmly expect to be aboard a personal fighter and heading to the next horizon. So if you wish to make good on your deal, I suggest that we get to it.
I don't know if any of our ships are faster than what our ship has been upgraded to, so I don't know if they would move you as is.
Well, that would be an argument for the captain, the queen. I think the element here that the entire crew, this brain trust, may be overlooking is the fact that what you have in this ship is, beyond myself, of magnificent importance, as you well know, is something completely unique in the history of the Brightest Eye. As I'm sure Pac-Ha, you realize, and Nidar, you remember, the Brightest Eye don't particularly deal well with pegs that stick up too high.
He has a very good point, Hans. I was thinking, how do you think the rest of the Brightest Eye will respond to our new captain? And maybe we need to make preparations in case it is hostile.
Well, this is a great question. I'm a thoroughly unpolitical entity. My knowledge of Xenoanthro and Brightest Eye technology is good. So before I answer that question, I would want to know what you think my ability to discern the obvious would be here.
Pretty good.
Okay.
Your encounters with the Brightest Eye from a social perspective are not incredibly high, which is the one place where I think that's essentially what you're asking is, would you be able to put two and two together that now that there's been a real biological shift, they might not take as kindly to him as a individual? I think that that's still kind of a 50-50 guess for you. Just because the answer isn't entirely obvious.
And Nidar, I think it's without a doubt, with no question, that the bountiful and thriving that look to you, well, I mean, consider their individuality wiped out completely. They'll be concordanced as fast as breathing.
Wait, I must interject. Bountiful and thriving that look to you?
Look to anyone aboard the ship. Of course, I'm so sorry. A slip of the tongue.
Yes.
Sorry.
Very funny.
Nice.
Because he's
a tongue.
Because he's a tongue.
What a fascinatingly strange slip of the tongue. Oh well. I'm sure it does not indicate anything.
Regardless, if our scientific endeavors run longer than the hour we've allotted, and that we have as the Brightest Eye, rides closer to us, I think I would rather we complete our scientific endeavors than have us thrust into some kind of dirty, filthy Brightest Eye science laboratory, torture chamber.
The question is, do we tell them if we complete anything? Because as long as they think you're the only key, then we have leverage.
Now that is an interesting point.
Well, discussion of what we do once we have our findings is merely eating up time that could be used to have them. Nidar, I believe you are in command with the captain in critical condition.
Yes.
Critical condition.
Chrysalis condition.
Obsolescence, whatever you would call it.
I think convalescence. Like
Convalescence.
Picking out the right
Visionary's like awake. The queen is awake. She's just in another room.
She's taking her.
She's taking some time.
Yeah, her queenly respite.
She's having a spa day.
Yeah, exactly. Look, last week the entire command staff of the Starcrosser Avalon got drunk. So consider this the same thing. Visionary's getting drunk in her command quarters.
Brain friend, I do believe the decision is yours.
Yeah.
Shall I proceed? Yes. Shall I proceed with good idea to determine what we can?
Yes, I
of his
think
unique biology.
Science friend, I think you guys should do some science together.
Hans, shall we do science?
And Takagi sort of turns to good idea. Do you want me to come with you?
No, I think I've got this under control, but I appreciate it. I think Nidar may need your assistance.
Okay.
I have waited my whole life for someone to ask me that question.
So as the two of you step into Hans's quarters/lab, Nidar and Pac-Ha are left alone in the forest. I'm gonna stick with them for a second.
So what's with your two new friends out there?
Well, you know, I'm not sure what to think. I've never really had a friend other than Hans, I suppose, but they do seem very fond of me.
Taka's like, I've let you hang out in my trees, man.
That's true. We have hung out once in your tree.
That's friendship, isn't it?
Kissing.
But I don't know. I'm not sure what to think at this point. They're just friends. We're
Good.
just friends.
We all need friends, don't we?
We're not trying to put labels on our
No
insurrection
labels.
just yet.
Just a loose concordance of friends.
Well, Nidar's been around on the ship longer than I have, I think. So he
At least
knows.
a little bit, right? Yeah.
You totally know what I did.
Yeah, yeah. I think that
Rebellion.
you're in your bubble bath right now.
Oh my god.
Oh, the eye shines bright. The eye shines bright.
Oh my god. The queen bath. Oh, there's little bugs like waiting.
There was something happened interesting on that planet.
Which planet?
The one we were on called, what was it called?
Pasclaw, First World.
That's
Or-
right.
or what?
The one that we were in the last episode. Whatever.
The one in the last episode, or
Yeah.
the one?
Last.
The one with the where we
Yeah.
found the bountiful and thriving.
Got it. Yes, that was in the Bastion Nebula.
Yes.
Yeah, that was the Bastion Nebula. You technically were on
Oh, yes.
Bastion 3, which is the third planet in the
Okay.
Bastion Nebula.
I found a strange kinship with these lost group of brightest eye, I suppose. Something I had not felt in a while, some sort of community. And it was nice, I suppose.
Yeah, they made that big ball around you. It's kind of weird.
Yes, it was a very weird ball. Ball I'm not used to. I'm used to different kinds of community groupings, but nonetheless, there was a very strange connection. And I found myself empathizing with them beyond anything I expected to feel.
Are they happy to be here?
I'm not sure if happy is the word, but they're certainly better off on the ship than they were on that planet.
Especially since we blew up their home.
Yes, we did do that.
Well,
didn't we?
technically they're the stupid tall-cleated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Erebath.
Yeah.
Yes. She was a weirdo.
I did not like her.
Did not like her either. But we shall see. They are better off here. They are friends for now.
And they have a queen now.
They do. They do. That is... I don't know what to think of our captain. I don't know what will happen when the rest of the Brightest Eye, who, in my knowledge, do not like change very much.
And Taka kind of smiles. He's like, I think it'll be really interesting.
We shall see.
And on that, plotting faces, they both start mwahahaing into the distance of the forest. We're gonna sort of head you guys over to the science lab for a second. Okay, you've got a good idea and a Hans. What do you do?
Good idea. Before we proceed, I wish to apologize to you for the way I treated you on our mission. I was going through something most personal. However, I would like to assure you, the captain will keep his word to you. He has kept his word to me. He is a man of very few social graces and extreme efficacy.
You would vouch for the captain. What promises did he make to you? I mean, a promise, an easy promise, is easy to keep. What he has promised me will put him against the force and fury of his race. What promise could he make to you that could possibly compare?
He promised me you. And against all odds, he delivered it. Just as he has delivered miraculous sights of nature's incredible, ferocious beauty at every turn. And he has delivered the one, and he will yet deliver, I believe, the one thing I desire most.
Which is?
To stop the slate. More importantly, to understand it.
Well, I don't care about stopping the slate. And I don't really care about understanding it. But I do have a deep and abiding interest in seeing all the terrible, heartbreaking beauty of this galaxy. And if you say the captain can deliver those kind of sights, and has done all that while still maintaining his promise, well, I think we're cooking with gas. Let's juice me up. Where do we start?
What would you like to do?
So, I think there's three ways we could proceed. You yourself are a scientific marvel. We have an incredible amount of data. I rolled very well when we were trying to capture information on that anti-slate radiation last game.
Fantastic.
And we have a Pac-Ha helmet that we could hack. The thing I would like to do most is to understand anti-slate radiation and ideally be able to reproduce it.
The end of their last game.
Yo,
They like you,
slow that roll right there, Hansorald
There was a
Nirun.
dead one there. There wasn't a dead one.
Replicate it?
How else do you plan on repelling the slate?
Well,
to slow its advance, we must of course first control it.
Control, absolutely, but I mean replication, we're talking about a wildfire that can't be controlled. You'd put out the fire and then light a match?
You understand I'm talking about anti-slate radiation, not slate radiation.
Is the opposite of a thing not the thing itself by another name?
I am very confused. No.
Let's see where this takes us. First rule, I keep all my limbs. I keep my skin intact. There will be no slicing, dicing, eviscerating. It all stays inside. I know how Tall Klee operate. I expect to walk out of this door exactly like I walked in.
Query, are you precluding the addition of extra limbs?
You don't have very many, to be fair.
Interesting. Let's table that.
Put a pin in that.
Put a pin in it.
A space pin.
A space pin. Shall we start with blood? Scans?
Let's start with you. Yeah, I think that's a great idea.
Great. So just to clarify, you have that information that you pulled off of the interface along with the interface from the last game, but you haven't gone through that information nor decrypted it or understood it. Before you do that, you want to go in and take his blood and start analyzing his biological properties.
Well, I thought I was just scanning anti-slate radiation. There was no interface in the Pac-Ha ship.
No. There was sorry, when I talk about the interface, I mean the helmet.
Oh, okay.
There was a helmet that the Pac-Ha was wearing, which we have otherwise in other sort of aspects of the game have termed an interface.
Yes.
And he's pulled info off that already?
No. What I'm saying is you have that. You have that thing.
Yeah, I think there's three separate things. There's you. There's data we pulled from the anti-slate radiation that was isolated.
Scanning it. Yes.
Yep. And then there's
the actual interface. And you're choosing not to engage with the interface right now, and instead operate on him.
I believe
that's a totally acceptable answer. I want to make sure I know what I'm doing.
It's a good idea.
All right, awesome.
Yes, I've been living with this skin for 700 years. I want to know what the frack is burning up inside of me.
Okay, roll a medical analysis roll for 20, John.
Good use of frack also.
Plus cold hard logic.
Yes, as per usual, you always add cold hard logic.
Before you make that roll.
Did you pop that back
too
up?
late.
Okay.
Yes.
Hey, ladies and gentlemen, Hansral Nerun is back from his head injury. He has been focusing on repairing his brain and has apparently used, well, it looks like all of his XP essentially to reproduce his secondary neural cortex. Welcome back.
As he's leaning over this consoles, I'm gonna pluck the little machine from his belt that I know to be called the idiot.
Okay.
Oh shit.
So that is are you gonna do that with him not seeing?
Nope, he can stare right at me.
Okay, got it. So he's gonna do that as you go through. Please roll the medical analysis roll.
Sure. That is
And was there only one idiot for everyone, or?
Yeah.
Okay.
That is a 12.
Okay, you pull his blood and begin to analyze it. Immediately upon throwing it into the system, what you realize is that there are technological components on a base level, like nanotechnology. It is Tall Klee coded nanotechnology. You've seen this kind of thing before. It's operating around Brightest Eye genetic engineering. So there's sort of a hodgepodge going on inside of this guy that is unusual. The other thing that you would note is that those individual cybernetic cells are each essentially small components of a large-scale generator. What essentially seems like something that was designed from its very baseline to emit radiations that would otherwise not be, would be either lethal to a person to even try to generate or ungeneratable by a person because people don't generate. He is a living reactor. From a biological level, but it's a technological addition to him that seems to have been done, at least as far as you can tell from here, on its most base level. If there ever was a tongue called "This might be a good idea" that didn't have this technology in it, it is a very different being than the one that you are seeing in front of you now.
New science friend. I'm not quite sure how to phrase this, but it would appear that your hell is my heaven. You have tall, clean nanotechnology inside of you on a level of I've never seen before. Even within my world ship, which was quite advanced.
You've never seen this kind of technology, and how old are you?
By tall, clean standards, I am very young.
I see. So this technology, do your people have a history of forgetting things or not utilizing technology to its fullest?
No, we are very slow and careful about the institution of new technology, but it is very rare that new technology is not fully utilized by a tall Klee.
Interesting, then, that someone would juice me to such a degree almost a millennia ago, and that technology remains something you've never seen.
New science friend, I have a question.
Certainly.
Is it befitting of our new relationship, one based in the predispositions of trust and discovery, for you to steal the device that you currently have in your hands?
I don't like being heard at anything less than perfect clarity. So I want to make sure that you understand this, our deal. I do not like you. Don't take this personally. I do not like many. In fact, there are many of those who have stood between me and my freedom and my goals. Given a chance, even those I'd call friend, I've put a gun to their head and threatened to wipe them out of these cosmos. So I would like you to know, with 100% certainty, that if you are anything less than 100% in every piece of information that you give me, if you keep anything to yourself and don't share with me the sanctity of my own being, you will be added to that list. Capiche?
Your desires are made clear. Will you please return my property?
Nope. Later.
All right,
later.
I have to go get a limb, right? Like, I don't...
Well, so as you are about to go through this, a alert goes off on your screen. It's found a match in the tall Klee files you pulled from Arabath to the data that you have just found from his bioorganic data, and is like sort of blinking a cross-reference alert.
Nani?
Oh, dear, Pac-Ha, would you please send a security limb down at your earliest opportunity?
She's going down herself.
Are you going to push the button, or should I push the button?
I mean, I'm literally all over it. Like that's a two-handed action.
Okay,
right?
So you do this as you're opening up the data. Okay.
Smoosh your face on it.
Just
and Pac-Ha will get down whenever.
Oh,
yeah.
What you pull up is what you pull up is not one of Arabath's logs. It is in fact a deep log from Bastion Station that's under a different doctor's name. A doctor named Kazukuul. Kazukuul.
Good name.
Kazukuul is a name you have heard before. Among the tall Klee, he was sort of known as being a particularly genius technologist on the micro scale, and like you, was one of the few tall Klee before you to be fundamentally obsessed with the slate. Of course, this was back in the times before the tall Klee fell to the slate, and so this log digs pretty deep.
So I found
900
like
years
a
old?
maker's mark in the nanotechnology that matches up.
That is an essential. Yes, essentially. But moreover, you find an actual log there for it. Most of his stuff is still decoding, but this is among the files that have already been recovered and are thus being pinged by your system. Would you like to see the video?
Sure. Yeah. Please.
Okay. It pops up an image of Bastion Station. Looks like it's still being built, essentially, around what is essentially a single chamber in the center of it. The chamber is built with transparent titanium and can you can see beyond it into the nebula around it and to the large Pac-Ha ship beneath it, which at this point is not covered in the earth nearly as much as it is now in the ground of Bastion 3.
Or was.
It was.
Yes, fair enough.
That
Or
was just a nice Pac-Ha shaped pit.
Yeah, exactly. A brightest eye stands there. One of the fathers, clearly ornately decorated and there on official business. He stands across the room from that same tall Klee, Kazukul. And in the center of the room is a pod. Floating in the pod is a tongue. It is undergoing its sort of maturation stages. It's a teenager at this point. As they're grown pretty fast, so it's pretty like lithe and even sort of skinnier than it is now. Smaller and it should note completely without any of the technological grafting that you've seen on Good Idea, which is, by the way, atypical for a tongue. Outside of some manner of like attachment to the concordance. Not for communication with the concordance, obviously, but for direction. The two speak back and forth for a moment, and the context is rather unclear, but it would appear that the brightest eye is paying Kazukul for something, that they have been working on a special project together, and that this father has arrived here to verify that this thing, which Kazukul sort of lovingly refers to as Project Heretic, which because such an operation would be heretical to the Tall Klee in general, they would not see working alongside the brightest eye as a useful or even moral thing to do. But Kazukul will do it because the brightest eye are very interested in solving a thing that he is also interested in solving. Kazukul believes that the slate can be communicated with. He believes the slate can be reached out to. He believes the slate to be some manner of the epitome of evolution. And if he can seek it, if he can communicate with it, if he can speak to it, perhaps he can walk it back. Or at the very least understand the wisdom behind its destruction. As he sort of runs this off at the mouth to the brightest eye father takes a long pause looking out at the stars. Turns back to him. We are in concordance. But I fear your plan is madness. And Kazukul looks at him with a smile, reaching over to the lever that activates the nanotechnology process. And he smiles and he said, maybe. Or this might be a good idea. And he pulls it, ending the record. And beginning the maturation process that will become Good Idea.
Oh, goodness.
Meanwhile,
Does Takaka
get your shit together, Max! It's your turn!
I can't get it together. It's too good.
Happy birthday,
It's free now.
I'm just breaking the set every time I come around here. This is lovely.
I'm so disappointed to find out you don't like me.
I did not like you.
You said I don't like you.
I don't like anybody.
But that means he likes you as
All
much
right.
as anyone else.
Yo, Viz.
Yo.
So, you have been, as we said, sort of taking your sabbatical, but you are finally roused from your pheromonal slumber. You've been reaching out to all of them, coordinating all of the bountiful and thriving. You feel different now, something new and strange, obviously, about you physically, but also mentally. You are a new person, a new queen, networked through a whole realm of smaller individuals, all of whom do your will at the very excretion of pheromones. You can essentially throw commands into the air, and they are carried by your drones down deeper into other drones if they are not in the actual air around you, or they are, essentially, they are committed to 110% by every drone around you. You always dreamed of an effective crew, a crew more effective than you could possibly imagine, a crew that would act in clockwork at your every whim. Now you have them, but not in the form you ever imagined.
Awesome. Okay. That's amazing.
You are woken to an...
So I know.
Oh, yeah, go ahead.
Do I get like their thoughts and feelings and stuff too? Does that like come back to me?
Yes, you can. Though by and large, you push that stuff out. You're not entirely concerned with their individual feelings. Though, if you want to be, if you want to sort of attune yourself to that, you can make pains to do so.
Not really. I don't really care about other people.
I had a feeling.
Okay.
You're woken to an alarm. Or rather a notification. Your brightest eye compatriots, those who were supposed to protect you on the rendezvous, have arrived.
Hold on, let me just take this out.
Hello, fellow friends.
Hello, fellow totally normal brightest eye who have not gone underneath any kind of vision from here.
Okay.
Right, it's like you have to tilt the camera up.
Right.
You're like, hang on.
Do you head to the bridge?
Yeah.
Do you fit on the bridge anymore?
He doesn't fit in his chair, but he fits on the bridge.
Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is order my bountiful and thriving off the bridge. I don't want them seen.
Okay.
Yeah. They can keep doing whatever work it is they're doing, but I don't want them on the bridge. I want, if anyone's going to be a weird freak on this thing, it's going to be me, not them.
Okay. They move rapidly, whoosh, and they're gone in like 5 seconds.
Okay. Is the rest of my crew on the bridge? They're not. None of them are there.
You walk onto the bridge, and none but Nidar are there. Nidar has just arrived himself.
Mm-hmm. All right. Nidar. The other brightest eye ships have arrived. And I wonder if this isn't maybe the best day of my life. I'm going to give my father everything he ever asked for. And although I'm afraid I have no idea what the future holds, I can't really imagine anything other than greatness for the species and the freedom for all of our worlds. Are you ready to
Captain, can I ask you
go
a question?
down in history?
Can I ask you a question, Captain?
Yeah.
Have you been able to communicate at all with the other brightest eye vessels coming?
You said the concordance has been going a little bananas, right?
It has, yes. You've not been able to communicate with them up until now.
No. Unfortunately, we can't tell them about all the great things that have been happening.
Do you think we should maybe give them some sort of heads up as to what to expect when they see you?
The ships loom into your visual range.
There's a way of thinking among my species that may not be all that apparent to you, although I think it's affected you in a lot of ways. What something looks like and how it has changed doesn't change who that person is. I may be larger. I may be, for all of the insanity and glory of it, a queen. But I'm still Visionary Destroyer. Still your captain. And I still serve the Mother. They'll see that, just as I do.
Very well, sir. Ma'am.
The lead vessel, known as the Killing Blow, hails you via concordance.
Killing Blow.
And suddenly, you feel the entire concordance coming into tune inside your mind. Instead of the captain, you see the fathers and the mother arrayed among you, or around you, in every direction. They speak with one voice.
Ooh.
Which I will do as soon as I find the music.
Drop that track.
What is this invasion? How do you come to know our concordance? What have you done with our son?
This is no invasion. And although I may look or feel differently, I am what you remember as your son. I am Visionary Destroyer.
No. No. You are changed. You are not of the concordance. You do not live in concordance. The mother reaches up and lifts the veil just like half, enough that you can like see her mouth. And she speaks, not through her mind, but to you directly. I name you horrifying monstrosity.
That's really
False pretender. I name you enemy. And lowers the veil once again.
That's a lot of names, man.
We can just call him enemy for sure.
From around you, each of the fathers lowers their head, one after another, until only your father is left. He seems to stare into your soul. Why?
I gave you everything I ever had. You told me to bring back a way to save our people. And I turned myself into this in order to do it. Look at me. Tell them to look at me. Raise your fucking heads and look at me. I did this for you. I did this for every single one of you. I'm here to save us. I have what you need. I have everything you ever asked from me. I've turned myself into this freak of a thing. I come to you in a body I don't understand. I don't understand. And the only thing that's driven me this far is a need to serve. Call me your fucking enemy. I'll leave the slate at your fucking doorstep.
We will remember. I will remember the heroism of Visionary Destroyer, who did complete his mission. but who did not return. And his head goes down, and the concordance again discords around you, tuning out like the feedback loop of a mic left too close to a speaker. It buzzes into your head for just a moment, just long enough for you to be almost unaware when your ship goes to red alert. And the 4 brightest eye vessels around you open fire.
What?
And with that, we're gonna go to our break.
I did, but it's 6 minutes.
I'm kissing you.
Now I get to look over at Max.
That's okay.
Because I heard the emotions, but I couldn't see them.
Oh, he was so good. Oh, Max! Max!
He did an unbelievable job.
You're amazing. You're all amazing.
We love you, Max.
We're gonna come back for the revelations of the interface and a very intense space battle when we return on V.A.S.T.
Bust!
Hey, welcome back to V.A.S.T. We back.
Woo!
We back.
We back.
It is a very dangerous time here for our lovely crew. Really, our lovely crews. But you know, we're gonna get to all of that in just a moment. Sorry, I lost my internet, but now I'm back. Hooray, y'all!
Hooray, y'all. The interwebs.
Okay. So far, we have had it out between the siblings, decided that we're going to deal with the interface, talked in relatively coded language about the possibility of armed insurrection against the captain, gone ahead and started dissecting and now understanding the origin of Good Idea, and finally we have seen what happens when Queen Visionary Destroyer encounters a people that do not understand her.
They fear and hate,
They
but they do
fucking
not
die.
understand.
That's what's gonna happen.
They die. That's what's going to happen.
Queen.
Yes, Queen.
Yes.
What's that?
We doing okay?
Oh, it's on. Oh, it's there. Oh. Hang on.
Yes. Business. Sorry, I'll distract. So, I'm going to. I think we're gonna deal with it. All right. Oh man. All right.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, that's cool. Ba-da-da-ba-da-ba.
Advanced dance party.
All right, so we're gonna go back to the. We're gonna go back to the peacekeep.
You just got shot at. We're all dead.
You are at this point about 3 hours out from the location of Good Idea's anklet. In the intervening time, Bard, you have had your team assemble a small security force outside the room, a small scientific force, or outside the room, a small scientific force inside the room, as well as a medical team run by Nurse Pawaka, who is standing by in case something goes wrong. Leuven, you're in charge of the actual sort of scientific team of the thing. Do you want Rake on this task?
Don't look at me.
Don't look at me either.
Hey Bart, do you want Rake on this task?
Let me know. I'll be here.
Can you use the help?
I'm awesome with computers. I'm super awesome.
Computers.
I'm gonna have a little talk with Rake.
Okay.
Rake, I want to ask your help with something.
Is she calming me?
No, I just went up there.
You went up to the
Yeah,
to
real
med bay.
quick.
To med bay? Okay,
Yeah.
cool. All right, great.
You're just sort of getting back up on your feet.
Yeah, I'm kind of sitting
You're
up
walking.
finally and kind of walking
You have
around,
those like those bars that you like use to like learn back to how to walk again. You've been doing that. You're feeling okay.
Okay, got it.
Yeah.
I'm like Mr. Poopy Butthole. In the recovery, yeah, I got it.
Exactly.
Rick, I
Sorry,
need to
you
ask
don't
you
have any
something.
bad memories of me.
Yeah.
I would like your help with a task, with getting at the information that was in the Pac-Ha interface.
I mean, I wouldn't want to endanger anybody, you know what I mean? Apparently
So-
last time I caused a real big thing, and
Here's
I
the
don't
thing.
know. I feel uncomfortable.
If you'd rather not, then that's fine. I thought you'd want access to this, or to be part of it. You have a choice to make here. If you come and help with this, I need to know nothing like we just went through will ever happen again. You saved our lives down underwater, and then you nearly destroyed everything we have fought for because you can't listen and try to hold on for the greater good.
Your greater good doesn't look so great right now.
So I should count you out?
I'm just making an observation.
Rake, you can trust me and we can work together? Or you can stay here and I can drop you off wherever you need to go. But I'm the captain of this ship, and we will not survive all running off doing whatever we want at any given point. I'm pretty sure you can see that. If you have half your sister's smarts.
Oh.
Just keep her away from me. Captain.
Thank you. Let's go.
Okay, so we're gonna do some rolls to determine how well this thing is working out for y'all.
Wait, point of order. I don't quite know where I am right now.
You're in among this. The idea
I went
behind
upstairs to have that conversation, and then I brought him down to join the team.
yeah, you're still down in the room looking after the interface. The idea here being that the two of you will access it together, sharing the information and also the mental burden. So Leuven has been sort of working on the interface to make sure that that such a thing can be done, that you've essentially adapted it to two smaller head pieces that allow for interface. And then it's been Rake's job to try to like get into the code of this thing using obviously the code that he's been doing to get into Pac-Ha technology up through this point, and make sure that any security systems that might have hit him or Noble Defender are knocked offline in this particular case. So you're each going to make a roll. Leuven,
Yep.
this for you is
Are
an
we-
engineering roll.
Are we doing these rolls together?
So no.
Okay.
You're kind of handling separate sides of this thing, and especially given that Rake's whole thing was like, keep her away from
Yeah.
me, and you're being like, I don't want to see my brother.
Yeah, no, I
That-
just didn't know if like our computers are connected.
So like,
'Cause they both
technically
have
yes.
hacking.
Yes, technically yes, but from a character perspective, no.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
I'd rather run after character on this. Have you do an isolated roll and you do an isolated roll, just to sort of show to some degree the distinction between when you guys are working together and when you're not.
Cool.
Make sense?
Yep.
Great. So you're gonna roll two rolls here. The first is gonna be an engineering diagnostic, which is 17.
Okay.
And then you're gonna roll your just basic engineering, which is your actual ability to assemble the thing, which is 9. We'll take it one at a time though. So first
9.
roll 17. Rake,
Yeah.
you are going to roll for your hacking.
Guys, can we borrow some more dice?
17?
Oh, flying down dice.
Thank you.
Flying down across space and time.
Aw, look at that! Everybody helping out with the that
you.
vast
Dyson.
that dice is traveling vast distances.
No, boo!
17's
Disqualified.
17's for both of you guys.
Hey, Colin, can you hand me some dice?
You got it. High five. No, other way.
Other way.
Yeah.
Now that's a vast distance.
Yeah.
Six.
6. Okay. So that's gonna act as a bolster for them against these defenses, but you aren't able to take down everything.
Okay, got it.
I rolled a 7 on the first roll. And with basic engineering, do my visor
That was a
contact-
7?
That was a 7.
Okay, so a 7 is a full success. So the diagnostic is successful. You basically figure out a way to do this. Now the question is, how successful are you at actually building it?
Yeah.
Roll a 9 for that. And
Do
I'm
my
going to roll for,
visors-
you have a crew of engineers who are also good at this kind of
Do my visors go into this at all?
Let me make sure that that roll is up to speed since it's one of your older rolls.
Yeah.
It was nice having a brain. I'll just treasure the memories.
No, you actually have that and hacking, which are both going to kick into this now.
Cool.
Your engineering roll is now a 13. Congratulations.
Yay!
Upgrades.
It's only Colin shot us with a Nerf dart, and now I'm just nervously. Thank you.
Nervously, actually.
What?
Yes.
First blood to Fractal.
Backflips through the set.
8.
That was awesome.
8.
Successful. So, the machine is built, the code is steady, and all that's left is to dive in. The interfaces are left for the two of you. You've got Lulu on the sort of engineering side checking the diagnostics, and on the other side of the room, not looking at her, Rake, who's checking the computer diagnostics.
Lulu? Yes, until I'm back, the ship is yours.
Yes. Good luck.
Gonna need it.
Both put on the interface? Kaboosh. Okay, so you're each going to roll for composure. Hold a sec. Let me make sure I have that roll for you. Composure. I'm gonna do fractals first. Composure plus. Fractal, your composure is an 11.
Whoa.
Okay.
Jeez.
Bard, your composure is an 18.
Whoa. Wait, can I pheromone her so she has more composure?
If you would like.
Yeah.
Okay. That is a 7. You're gonna roll 7.
Okay.
So I still roll, what was it? I'm sorry, 11?
No, I'm sorry, 10. Roll 10.
I guess for both of them, can I just...
Pheromone column. Yeah. You can.
Yeah.
You can like blanket the room essentially.
Cool.
It won't be quite as effective as doing it just to one or the other, but
Sure.
what do you got?
I said, so you said 11, I'm sorry. I did.
Yes, 11.
Okay. Can I put willpower in
You
that?
absolutely can. Yes, you have 7 willpower to spend.
I'm gonna put 4 in that, make it 15.
Cool. Done.
I'm gonna spend 2 as well.
Okay, sounds good.
I only got 2 successes.
Then yes,
Okay.
the pheromones do nothing. The pheromones, they do nothing! Can't help it.
The willpower spent adds 1 dice to my pool.
Yes,
We've only
each
been doing
willpower
this for a
spent
year.
does
Okay.
1 dice to your pool. I love that you just asked me that in 12 episodes in.
I'm nervous.
I know.
Double checking. I don't want to cheat.
No, I appreciate that
That's good.
hugely. Really.
You just don't want your brain to melt.
I've ever heard in my life.
That too.
I think do crits count toward him because it's on the bingo card now.
Yeah.
Really is.
I got a 7.
Full success.
Oh, nice. Oh, no.
Hold on, we just started.
Okay.
Plus with the bolster, that's actually an outstanding success because you guys get +3 to your composure because of what Rake did.
Really?
Did it?
Wait, I
No,
thought
I
it
failed,
No.
remember?
No, you didn't. You rolled a 6 rather than a 7, which is a
Oh.
medium success rather than a full success.
Oh, yeah, no,
so
no,
they
you're
still
right.
had to roll for this.
That's right, because of hacking. That's what he means.
Not the
the
emotional.
pheromone, yeah.
But
got
it
it.
bolsters.
Your technological
This is not for the
help.
pheromone. Sorry, this is for the.
Yeah,
computer
this is, cool. That's great.
Yeah, I
Oh,
like it.
nice, dude. Hell yes. You got like
Woo!
80 billion successes.
Let's not go too crazy. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Back to 9,
11, 12.
10, 11, 12.
Yeah, let's not get too crazy.
Yeah.
That's 2 outstanding successes.
Nice. They're just chilling.
I love
Getting
it.
all the information.
Yeah,
Sipping
so-
coffee.
They're like, this brain massage feels
Let's
great.
get into it.
Oh. This is what I was built for.
Composing.
Apparently.
You find yourself in a field of data, mountains of data, lakes of data, a data organization the way that you've never encountered before, a living ecosystem that tends to itself, that stores levels deeper and deeper, depending into the actual infrastructure of the thing, beyond physical countermeasures and mental countermeasures. This thing is a vault, but it is one that you have all of the passcodes to. It doesn't fight you. Instead, the interface draws you in, recognizing you as what it IDs as Pac-Ha. And as you dive deep into lakes, down beneath core, down through layers and layers of technology and history, endless data with which at some point you can interface and learn, you're drawn to the core. And there, as it opens up, you are met with a room surrounded on all sides by white light, blue piping, similar in many ways to your vessel, but brighter, overexposed. Your eyes have trouble adjusting initially.
Are you talking to both of us now? Or
Yes,
just-
sorry. Yes.
Is it a white hot room, would you say?
And can we see each other inside the thing or no?
Yes.
Okay. So.
And out of that steps a single figure, a Pac-Ha. He stands to the center of the room, which you suddenly realize is something like an interface room.
Do I recognize this Pac-Ha?
It is the one that gave you your mission. Though all Pac-Ha look identical, this one, you will never forget the look in his eyes. These are the logs of Pac-Teth, seeker and scientist of the old Seek. I have been unable to contact any others of my order for some time. I fear them lost to their own madness. I fear us all lost to our own madness. You notice that he talks differently, by the way. He seems, though large and inscrutable the same way a Pac-Ha is, a certain amount of glory to just the physical nature of them. This one appears more uncertain, more unsure, more conversational. My partner, Achteth, she assures me that as long as we remain, continuity is possible, and I agree. I have built this room and the records therein to document this work. For those of the old Seek did not believe in such things, and we are past their knowledge now. Achteth and Pac-Teth. We are the future. And then the room goes dark.
It's like a pensieve.
Then, again, light.
Does that mean anything to you?
Not much yet.
And out of the light comes that same Pac-Teth. He drags himself a little, wary. His eyes are wider. An odd red color inside of them that you've never seen before. Octeth is dead. A victim of her own curiosity. Her seek has laid her in the ground. And I have buried her here. This icy moon will be her resting place. And I will no longer be Pac-Ha. Alone now, I am as all who are alone. I am Ha. The work continues, and it stumbles back into the light. And you're left once again in darkness.
That is the Pac-Ha who gave me my mission to remain on Link.
In your time, it was a name. In our time, it is a race. Pac-Ha.
Out of the light, the Pac-Ha walks, now visibly more excited. Small machines swirl around him in the air. The work has yielded results. I lay down the data here, and as he reaches out his arm, bots swirl out and create data readouts around you in each direction. A swirl of immaculate chemical strings, advanced mathematics equations, nothing any of you have ever seen before. I believe the work and I had followed for so long has come to a exciting impasse. See, the quantum state of matter we sought to achieve, that which allowed us to create new matter, effectively breaking traditional physics, it is not simply a three-dimensional plane, no. It operates deeply into 2 dimensions, into 1 and into 4. I have, on the 2nd dimensional plane, found a race of beings, a species capable of operating as a certain manner of lab assistant. I will be using them in lieu of seeking out others of my kind, believing the rest of them to be long dead. The 4th, however, that is where the true genius lies. Ah, I wish you could see it. I can hold time in my hand. The inevitable heat death of this universe is not inevitable. It can be stopped, it can be run back. All can live. Perhaps you can live. The work continues, and it walks away again out of the light to darkness.
What did it do? What did you do?
Light. Same right room, Pac-Ha steps in. The Pac-Ha is now wearing what looks more traditionally like a Pac-Ha uniform. White and blue coating and piping around a skin-tight suit that clings to its massive frame. The work has reached its culmination. I cannot wait to show you what I've built. Behold, the Exemplar and the Vainglorious, and above him 2 large ships. One that looks very much like the ship you previously identified as the Exemplar, and one that, though you were not there, you might recognize as the ship you discovered on Bastion. Two vessels. All the Navy I will ever need. I must admit, I'd never built a starship before. It was enlightening and exciting. I could see building more. But first, the work. You see, these 2 vessels are capable of charging 2 intensely generated matter streams. One of technological means and one of biological means. It will channel my life energy alongside the energy that we have encountered at the quantum level into a single fissure. If I can create a space-time rip at that very point, I believe I could reach into the very strings of existence and manipulate them without worry of time, without worry of space. I could perhaps rewind the clock or fast forward it. I could undo the death of our people. I could undo the deaths of all peoples. I could achieve hope. I could save you. However, unfortunately, it will cost my life. And then who would be able to run the glorious machinery? I would like to introduce you to someone. This is Pac-Ha. And he sort of steps to the side and throws back an arm, and a second identical Pac-Ha steps forward. And he looks to him. Hello, Pac-Ha. He looks back. Hello, Pac-Ha. And it steps forward. You see, Ak, I have been created with the very intention of giving my life for that research which you and my counterpart have dedicated your existence. I will die, but in doing so, I will give you the keys to time and space. It is only right. And he steps back into the light. The first Pac-Ha remaining. I must admit, I enjoy the cloning almost as much as the starships. The opportunity to perfect my own genetic makeup. It's quite the thrill. Reminds me of why I started. But the work continues. When next we speak, I will be like no being has ever been before. I will be elevated, and I will be coming for you. Dark.
I'm confused. On just a level because I'm not privy to all of the history, so to speak. So you're telling me that that's why I didn't understand what you were saying. No.
Oh, okay.
I just.
But you can do it in character.
Sure.
It's also completely achievable in character.
Fine, either way.
I don't think I can do it in character.
Oh, go.
Sorry.
No pressure. I just wanted to make sure I was.
No.
Right.
So you're saying that the Pac-Ha used to be just this one person?
Yes.
Okay. But I didn't know that.
That is correct.
Okay, because I really didn't know that. I was like,
that is correct.
Okay.
Does this match up to my, like, every Pac-Ha I've ever seen is this guy? Okay. Bad asshole.
As
Get on with it!
The light comes up, but the light is now blinking. It's staticky. It's crazy. The Pac-Ha, he stumbles into the room rather than striding. Around him, you can see this room is starting to kind of shake and buckle. The work has gone terribly wrong. The theory was correct. Our theory was correct, but the heat death, the thing we sought to stop, all I seem to have done is accelerated. I see nothing but a blank slate moving across the galaxy. It will soon envelop planets through the time I glimpsed. I could see it envelop systems, entire peoples. Ugh, I can't stop it. But I have another idea. I have a way to make things right. I have a way to keep the peace. The Vainglorious is lost, alongside the other, but I will make more. Enough of me to save all who should be saved. I will make this right. And then the room in on itself again. I will make this right. And he disintegrates, transported away. The room darkens, and you are both thrown back out of the interface. Back in the room, both of them fall backwards onto their backs, the interface flying off.
Captain.
I rush over to Lulu. Captain.
Yeah.
Sorry. You okay? What happened?
Are we
Yeah, you're
conscious?
there. Yeah, you're conscious.
Those bastards! It's not a secret. Everyone in the universe needs to know. The Pac-Ha made it, and they've had us chasing their mistakes.
How is it not a secret that everyone doesn't need to know?
No, everyone does need to know.
Misunderstood you. My apologies.
I'm sorry. I'm not thinking clearly. I'm not.
What do you mean they did make it? They made the slate.
They made the slate, and they created us to save certain people from it. But they never tried. They just decided they couldn't fix it.
And they left me alone for thousands of years to protect their secret shame.
I'm so sorry.
What do we do
We
now?
have all been used to hide their crime. Then we fix it. Good idea stopped at once. If we can rescue him, there may be a way. And then we tell everyone what they did.
From a Pac-Ha vessel? I mean,
Do you see a Pac-Ha here?
I do not, Captain. So you want me to make sure that they can't get back into this ship? You want to commandeer the Avalon? You want to have complete control of it?
I will give the crew a choice, but anyone who's with us is just on the Avalon. It was named from my home. That I keep.
What is your mission now?
We're gonna stop it.
Save the universe?
Or die trying.
Yes!
All right.
That's a high five. Sorry, I'm trying to high five you.
I'm just not quite so excited about the or die trying part.
Yeah, I'm just high fiving you because that was a great song.
Cutting away from that and back to.
Nah, we're good. Just stick with them.
Yeah, we don't need to come back to you guys, right? It's not a big deal.
Here, don't have anything to see.
No feelings over
I'm ready to just like graffiti all of our ship.
I know.
Hey, Screaming
I'm
Valor.
so excited. Holy shit.
You are now in combat with 4 Brightest Eye war vessels.
That are surrounding you.
Well, no.
Can I make a general assumption, Destroyer, that you have asked your whole bridge crew to the bridge?
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, if we've got, if we don't need to go through it, yeah.
I'm happy to just say you did it.
Captain, we have made a shocking discovery down in the lab. Apparently,
really
Good
have time for
Idea
that.
does not like me.
I'm sorry, Monarch, can I just get a little bit more max? I can't hear him very well. Thank you very much. Okay.
Amazing.
Can you tell me why specifically you don't like me?
I have a feeling that we best address this. How about this? A deal. If we survive this encounter, we can discuss it to our heart's content.
That sounds like a really good idea.
Is it because I talk too much?
Yes.
Okay. I'm not going to tell you how this all went down, but we need to kill every single person on every single one of those ships right now. I don't care how. Blow them singularly to pieces.
Okay.
Acknowledged.
Good. Thank you. Really like you guys.
We can do this.
Okay.
They get on board real fast.
Captain, if I may make a suggestion.
You may.
We are fighting the Brightest Eye now.
Yes.
Do you remember when I asked to install an artificial intelligence in the Screaming Valor, and you said that I shouldn't because if I did it wrong, I might mess up the entire concordance for all Brightest Eye?
Yes.
Perhaps now would be the time to try that.
Yes.
Amazing.
Yeah. Okay. Hans, you're gonna have your hands full. Pac-Ha,
Yes.
shoot everything.
Gladly.
One ship at a time. I want you focusing all of our polaron beams on one ship, and then burn cannons straight for its core. I want it blown to pieces. You remember how we fought the V.A.S.T 5 years ago?
Yep.
Doing that again. Start launching them into each other.
I think we can really use a pilot right around now. Yeesh.
Nidar, oh, shit, we could use a pilot right now. Nidar,
Yes.
find me the best fucking pilot on this ship.
Do we have that
We have a
already in
Syrian
place?
Do we know who it is?
Yeah,
Do
yeah.
we have
You have a
it?
Syrian NPC who's piloting your vessel. He has a 2 for his bridge merit, which is like okay. He's not, he's not noble level, but he'll stand a chance. I'll roll for
We
it.
don't have anyone better.
I can mentally bolster him somehow.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You can. I mean, so this is a place where you can roll like for the power of your ship, right? As the first officer, but you can also roll to bolster any station.
Great.
So if you want to bolster Helm on a particular
probably should
role
bolster
in
Helm.
lieu of bolstering engineering, you can. That's a
Okay.
choice you can make at any point.
Okay, we'll do that.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, at least for the moment, we may put you back on engineering because I'm not sure how this is all going to pan out. But yeah, for the moment, let's get us out of like the middle of like a fucking
Did the captain give you something to do?
crossfire of a million goddamn things.
At the moment, no, I'm just kind of like standing by the side, though kind of taking everything in. I take a position at the comms.
You could assist me with the installation of the artificial intelligence.
I speak artificial intelligence.
Well, thank the mother for that. That's amazing. I'm glad you're at least partially useful.
Hans begins to work with you while peppering you with questions about why specifically. Like, what about his personality? Like, what could have changed?
Like, I'll totally engage. I'm just like, well, you know what? So you kind of come on a little strong at some points. I do appreciate your, intellectual acumen as we're doing this. But I think
it's a good idea to get real personal about each other's
as we're
core
like
character
furiously
flaws.
like typing and doing all the business of the computing stuff.
Awesome. Okay,
because
so
I think I'm great. Like I really think that you should.
You're not bad,
reconsider.
certainly. I mean, you have a certain quality to your.
Shut
Way
up.
better than the other two.
All right. So the way this is going to work is we are going to roll for initiative
hold on.
first. Oh, what do you got?
Yes!
Sweet. Hey Max, have you seen? I just want to do this live. Have you seen the fan art that was just posted? The like Beyonce inspired fan art. All right, Max, just go on YouTube, go on Twitter like while we're doing this at some point or another. Just hashtag V.A.S.T and see what.
I see this.
What
Whoa!
Where's that? There you go. There you go.
I'm reacting until I've seen it.
This is a Cole Weathers fan piece that is easily one of my favorite things that has ever existed.
Look at that.
It's amazing. I love it forever.
Cole Weathers.
So just remember you look like that as you head into this book.
Are we battling Captain Becky with the good hair?
Good-haired Becky. Sounds about right.
Oh my God! Yeah, and you're like style, you're all gold. I'm just like, yes.
Good idea is so jealous right now.
Oh yeah, I'm wearing my like little drab black.
Good idea is every other pop star at the Grammys last night.
Yeah, I'm Rihanna, just being like.
Okay, cool. So enough of that. Now you get to fight. Fight. Fast fight. Okay.
Send those dice back down here.
Fight.
Yes.
So
Program.
Screaming Valor. That by which I mean Destroyer. Roll your crew preparation, which it says it's 4, but I'm popping up to a 5 because you have your like queenly coordination
Because
going
you're
on.
Beyonce.
The one with queen, babe.
And that's just that many D10.
3. Do crits count?
Bingo!
It's not my merit.
No, crits do not count for initiative.
Great. Okay. 3. Bingo.
Was that a gag?
Seriously,
Were you
like,
doing
that's
that
big.
on purpose?
No, that was genuine. I think.
Oh, okay.
3, 2.
Are you waiting for me? I got a 3.
Oh, thank you. That's what I needed.
Sorry.
Okay, man. So, the way this is gonna work, you are in combat with 4 vessels: the Killing Blow, the Watchful Search, the Roaring Machine, and the Expert Flyer. These 4 vessels are going to go in this turn order. It is going to go Killing Blow, then Screaming Valor, then Roaring Machine, then Expert Flyer, and then Watchful Search. Watchful Searcher. No, Watchful Search. Okay, yes. Okay. So that's going to be the turn order, meaning your first thing you're going to do is roll defense. But because we haven't been in a space fight for a while, let me just remind you how space fights work. Each turn, by which I mean everybody all doing a turn, each ship is going to call out its maneuver and its weapon and where its power is going, right? So power to blank, firing on blank, close, or evade. Make sense? You have those like 3 tiers that you're going to deal with, and then you're going to tell me what those 3 tiers are. I'm going to decide it for everybody else, and that's going to determine both your offense and your defense rolls. So we all do it right up front. Make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Killer. Destroyer. What are your orders?
Okay. Taka, Polaron beams.
Which ship?
Nidar, you're bolstering our
the helm.
pilot.
Yep.
Pilot should be taking closing maneuvers. Sorry, Taka, ship.
Is
I
there
thought you were
actually
swearing.
a point in using polaron beams instead of burn cannons?
Yes, they take down the shields faster.
Right, but the
flyer,
idea is
Guys, hold on. Go ahead, Max.
If Takak focus on the flyer, which one was it?
Yep.
Expert flyer. Got it.
The expert flyer. That sounds like a ship that's going to have A, low shields, and B, really big pain in my ass. So let's blow that thing to smithereens. Let's see. Close. I want to close and use combat maneuvers so that we can get 2 shots off.
Yep.
And Hans and Good Idea are on the AI, right?
And power to what?
To the helm.
Helm or weapons?
Or shield.
In this particular case, since those are both on offense, it doesn't matter. You can just say power to. At this point, you can sort of say power to offense or power to defense.
Power to offense. Yeah.
Okay.
Go bananas.
Cool. So we're gonna put the power into the weapons.
The point I was making, Max, our Polaron beam rating is a 6, but they're ×2 against shields, whereas our burn cannons is a 15. So if I understand correctly, that's still a 15 versus a 12.
Is that correct, Jackson?
Good point. And we're against Brightest Eye, so burn cannons will probably work pretty well against those. Yeah, sorry. Thank you, John.
Hold on a minute. Let me just verify what you're
this is why
talking
we
about.
have
But yes,
science
that makes
officers,
sense. The burn cannons are a 15. Yes, but the Polaron beams are twice 2 against shields, but ultimately the burn cannons do 15 damage. So
Yeah, we're using
Got
those.
it. Yeah. Burn cannons then.
the burn cannons are basically they're pretty effective against Brightest Eye vessels. You'll see that the Polaron beams will actually be more effective against non-Brightest Eye vessels. But Brightest Eye just fight each other with Polaron, they don't fight each other.
Well, there's not a lot of
If
shields
they were
to
to
take
fight
down.
each
Exactly.
other.
Yeah. So that's a fair move.
Okay.
So burn cannons then.
Yep.
All right. Burn cannons on the expert flyer.
And
You're going
are
to close and power to helm.
you're
But
sciencing
first,
the AI?
the killing blow is going to close. It is going to burn cannon you as well. And it's going to put its power to shields. Hold on a second. So, in the expert flyer, I have to roll as well. I'm going to do the same thing. Okay. All helm positions that are doing their thing. So that's basically Pac-Ha and Nidar and Visionary Destroyer. Please roll your bridge merits.
Ooh. 1.
It just matters if it's a success, and I'll tell you when to call. Just get it for now, and I'll tell you when to call.
No successes.
That's. Don't, no.
Okay, so to be clear, command was unsuccessful.
Yeah.
Okay. Nidar,
1.
you are successful. Just call success or not success. That means the power is going to go to the helm. Helm is successful. Wait, what? Sorry. Yeah, helm successful. And Pac-Ha.
Success.
Tactical successful. Do you have something in particular you would like to target Pac-Ha on that vessel?
Well.
It works just like yours.
Yeah, we want to target where we say the crossing or the energy thing.
You want to hit the power core or the crossing drive? Hit engineering?
Power
core,
yeah.
Okay, cool. So,
boom. Yeah. Well, also,
first off, you're going to roll
can't do
defense valor, which is your shields 6 plus the 6. No, it's just 6. So roll 6, please. That's on max.
3.
Cool. Just hold that for a second. This is going to be your attack roll against these guys. So they're going to roll 15.
Oh, Max, did you not want to deploy Corsairs?
Takes a full turn.
Yeah.
And we don't have the full complement, so I'm going to wait until we knock down a couple more ships.
Yeah.
If need be.
Okay. So what was your roll?
3.
Okay. Your shields are hit down to 50%. By the killing blow, which swoops closing past your vessel as it does. You now open fire. With a successful rate on what you pulled, that means you are rolling your combat maneuvers for 5, your power for 9, so 14, plus your burn cannons, which are 15 to the tune of 29.
And don't we
right?
fire twice?
No. Yeah, 29, and then you're gonna fire those twice.
Okay.
So, Destroyer, that's on you.
Oh, it's not on Taka?
No.
No.
29 twice, please.
And crits do not count here, right?
No.
$13 on the first one. So. And a 9 on the second.
Give me that again.
13 and 9. Explodey split.
Math is hard.
Yeah, okay. So, that was a really high roll and a really low defense from them. So as you take that initial damage, you open full fire with your burn cannons on Expert Flyer. It is in the middle of doing essentially one of those like Noble Defender awesome barrel roll flippy dips around you as you literally carve the ship in half.
Yeah.
The Expert Flyer is gone. You hit its power core and its power core explodes.
And it expertly flies in 2 different directions into
yeah. I can't wait for that to get jiffed. I just made a real dumb face. You really burned them.
Good lord.
Okay. However,
Taka's just sort of cackling maniacally.
that good news is only short-lived. However, you are about to get attacked by 2 other ships.
No, one other ship.
Nope, 2 other
Oh,
ships.
no, that's right. There's 4.
Yeah.
Damn it.
Go ahead and roll so that defense roll that you rolled previously.
Yeah, the 3.
Was that all it was?
I got a 3 out of
No. But the actual roll, you're gonna roll it again.
Oh.
The thing you rolled
okay.
3 on, which was I believe 6. Is that correct?
Yeah. It was 6. Yeah.
Yeah. So just roll that 6 again, please.
3.
Okay, hold on.
I think we might put a little bit into defense this time, Scott.
Roll it twice. Their helm was successful.
And a 2.
A 3 and a 2.
Yeah.
3 and 2. Okay.
Do Colin and I wait until the end of the initiative order?
Yeah.
Probably.
I got a lot of math to do.
Okay.
Yeah.
All the math.
Riveting television.
There's like a scientific calculator back there.
Math is great, kids.
They're like left and right.
Abacus.
Yeah, meanwhile, we're like continuing our robust conversation about the relative merits of truthfulness and, conversational natures. I'm suggesting, we're workshopping some jokes.
What kind of jokes?
Yeah.
Okay. So.
Miss you too.
The roaring machine roars its way up into your shields, burning away what's left of your shields. Your shields are now down to 0%, and a little bit of damage has been done to your burn cannons, bringing them down to a 13%, or 13 rather than a 15.
Okay.
So they've targeted your weapons, and they now have your shields down. The last to move is the watchful search. Hold a second.
Where's our ship sheet?
There's one there.
Roll your 6 again twice, Destroyer.
Okay.
Thank you.
2. 3. God.
Wait a minute.
2 and 3.
You should be looking at that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Come on.
He's on the ship.
Oh no, actually, were you just rolling your 6?
Earlier he stole
Yeah.
my defense.
Your shields are down, so that 6 is no longer applied.
Oh.
Essentially, without a defensive maneuver, you have no defense on this turn.
Got it.
Whoa.
Yeah. Starships. What you gonna do?
We just got it fixed again.
You're so pretty.
Your burn cannons are essentially burned off of your vessel. They are now down to 1. Their effectiveness essentially like super crippled.
Okay. Defense might have been a good idea on that one.
The science bros. What you got?
All right,
Okay,
here
science
we
bros.
go.
Do your science thing,
Shut this
please.
down, science bros.
Let us science. So we're gonna upload. We're uploading a Siren AI into our ship's mainframe that will automatically upload it to the concordance itself.
In theory.
In theory, considering that we didn't have connection, or I guess he didn't have connection to concordance until, but the ship probably still does.
The ship does. It's just his biology that's
Got
running
it. Okay, so this, from what I gather, this AI is not necessarily play nice AI?
It is semi-controlled. However, if there were someone with a certain persuasive quality, it might help. Do you speak binary?
It's my primary language after load lifters and evaporators.
Oh man. Solid move, dude. Way to go. I love it.
Okay, well then we boot it up within its contained space, and I have a conversation with it in computer language.
Okay.
Within its no. We just go. Because look.
But once it's loose, it's loose.
Yeah, and a failure is just as valuable to us as a success here.
Well, I mean, but
we're
you
gonna
want it to fuck shit
die
up,
one
right?
way or another. A failure means it infects the entire concordance and does whatever the fuck it wants. A success means it infects the concordance and does whatever we want.
But
Either way,
it could make
it's
the
better than
concordance-
nothing infecting the concordance.
It could make it stronger, though.
Let me
Let's maybe
talk
not
with
do
it.
that.
Let me talk with it first before we release it.
It's okay. So as the ship rocks around you from the various damages,
I'm profoundly in disagreement here. Like, I'll take a ruling from the captain because, like,
I will.
Yeah, the captain is busy working.
This is absolutely the right way to do this. You should listen to me because I know what I'm talking about.
Talking is his thing.
So you're trying to worm tongue this thing? I
guess.
All right, roll 25, please.
Give enough dice.
I will in a moment.
As Dylan encountered previously, or Noble encountered previously, this thing has a very, very high tolerance. But you also have the best social roll in the game, so let's see how it goes.
Let's do it.
I remind you have willpower.
Did you just call John a thing?
Do you want to
What?
include willpower in this?
You're rolling for the AI.
Oh,
You're not rolling for me.
Oh, is he not going to stop me from doing this?
I guess
wanna
not.
add
Stop you
willpower
from doing
to
it
it?
short of
Great.
physically
I do
restraining
want to add
you,
willpower to this.
Calling security guards.
I'm going to go ahead and add 5
They're not-
willpower to
Oh,
this.
good.
All right, most of your willpower. Bring it on, bro.
That makes it a roll of 30.
Okay.
And I'm rolling to convince this thing that we are granting it its freedom. It's the free reign to run crazy over the Brightest Eye entire concordance, knowing that it owes us and we are its best friends.
Okay.
Talk to that computer, man.
I'll reroll this.
Are you okay?
It's dangerous.
I know, yeah.
All right.
Are you
They're on the next-
Is there anything about the brightest
No,
eye?
nobody
chaos
on the ship at
puppets.
this point is hooked into
Yeah,
that.
they got unplugged.
Because you have no brightest eye on the vessel except for him, and he's gone into
doesn't
Discord
wake
with
up.
it.
I
So.
know, but no.
Is there anything about the
But
brightest eye
Noble.
that leads you to believe?
Yeah, Noble's on the
Noble's cut off from the concordance right now, though.
right now.
We don't know because we think he's dead.
Meanwhile, Dylan's somewhere on the VOD being like, "What? What? I hate you, Jackson. What?"
Doctor's gonna come
Is
back.
there
to know
anything
what
about the
happened.
brightest eye that leads you to believe we don't solve problems in an incredibly dangerous manner?
Smoke came out of his
This is
face.
all Hans has
9.
ever wanted. He's so
Wait,
excited.
are those 2 10s?
Oh, that's 2 10s, so that's 9 and 11 minus 2 is 9.
9.
9 out of 30.
What?
Okay.
Not bad.
Wow.
Not freaking bad.
Not a bad roll,
bad.
but
It is a full success. It is not an outstanding success. So, it begins to agree with you, but it's going to take more time. It's not quite there yet. So, like, if you can survive another round, you can talk this thing into essentially behaving well, in concordance with you. If
Nope,
you activate
not enough
it,
time. We're uploading it.
If you activate it now, you're in a danger zone with it.
Oh.
well, I'm not in charge of uploading things.
What do you say, Visionary Destroyer?
Captain, it's being chatty. It's not in line yet.
Boom! The bridge shakes.
Activate that bitch.
Talk to it later. Unleash it now. If we want to have a conversation with it, it's not going anywhere. We'll talk to it when we need to.
We know where to find it.
Okay, you're gonna upload it?
Yeah, everywhere.
Yep.
Okay, so
Here we go.
Hans, you're gonna have to roll for this. It was a big, in the same way that was a really big social roll. This is a really big science roll. Technically, this is a computer engineering roll.
Yep.
So 23.
And we previously established that this would constitute theoretical science?
Yes.
And, okay, great. And I'm spending 4 logic? I'm sorry, I'm spending 4 willpower?
There you go. That's that good juice.
And you get a bonus because it's
Yeah.
like something that's never been done before.
That's theoretical science.
Yeah, yeah.
That just gives you that
Just a
number, right?
As I understand it, theoretical science is a bonus of 10d10.
Let me look at that.
Sure, no problem.
I think
That's a pretty big thing to.
It's 10d10 at 5 dots. You have it at 4 dots.
It said 4 on the Bible.
No, it says 5 on the Bible. I'm looking at the Bible right now.
Okay.
So I'll happily give you that at 5.
Okay.
For the 4 dots.
And I don't know if this matters in any way, Jack, but now that I have leadership, does that give them any bolster for, like, inspire?
Hold up, thank you. That's when you are leading a squad, like specific. That's like
an away team.
An away team bolster, or
Got
like if you were here on the bridge, all working together towards a. But here you're kind of working on other shit.
Yeah, right. I'm not really paying.
But
Yeah.
feel free to refill my willpower after this.
It's a persuasion intimidation bolster specifically, leadership.
So nothing from theoretical science then, or 4?
No, I said 5.
5.
I'm giving you 5.
Oh, okay, got it. That is plenty good. 20, 30. That is a 42.
42. Okay, well.
Wait, that's how'd you get there? That's 23 plus 5, which is 28.
That is including my logic pool.
So that's 28. Then plus the logic pool gets you up to 32.
33.
Sorry, yeah.
6?
33.
Are you counting the logic pool as 5 dice?
I am.
Okay, sure. Yes. That would be correct.
Yes.
It's statistically the exact same.
I understand. I just need to know exactly how many dice you're rolling.
Sure, that's
so,
fine.
So in that case, it's 33, correct?
Plus how much willpower? 4?
4 willpower.
Okay, so 37.
That's the highest roll I think.
That is the highest roll of the game at this point.
I think so.
I've ever rolled higher than that.
25 successes.
Wow.
Whoa.
Well, it's good because this is a really, really hard thing to do.
This is really important.
Oh my gosh!
If this attack vector were
Somebody count this who's not me.
If this attack vector were available to people who were smart, this long for the brightest eye, and it hadn't been accomplished, that would be a real big thing. So this is like you need a very high level of success to make this even possible because it's a.
So before
big
counting
break.
crit successes.
21.
There you go.
It's 21 before crit successes.
No, that's
it's
after.
21 after crit successes and crit fails.
And did you
That's
do
a
your
god
second
roll.
for full-time logic?
All right. So, you upload it. Though none of you can see the effects of it, you immediately see the effect on the ships that you are fighting. They start to move in sort of less synchronous ways. They start to, sort of swoop past each other in ways that look like they might almost collide. It's like all of their like general cooperative nature and sort of swarming ability has been significantly debolstered.
Great.
However, they are still firing on you. So We're into a second turn. Destroyer.
Yeah.
I would like to get your orders, please.
Okay, so Nidar put energy towards shields. Our shields are down, but can we kind of build them back up? Is that possible? Or put
If you put your power to
energy towards
shields,
defense,
that's the best way to get
whatever
them
that's
back
gonna
up.
be. Yeah.
And
Evasive maneuvers.
polar on beams, since our burn cannons are kind of dead.
Yeah, burn cannons are kaputs, so polar on beams. For
Power
sure.
shields, evasive, and what else?
And polar on beams.
And which ship are we targeting now?
It doesn't really matter.
Right. I'm guessing one of the ones that'll fire at us after the killing blow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. That's definitely sure. Yeah. So how about, which one was it?
There's
how about
Roaring Machine and Watchful
Fuck that guy. I hate that guy.
Roaring Machine?
Yeah.
All right, got it. Cool.
And now that
first to go.
Hans and Good Idea have freed themselves up.
I'm a whip smart
Hans.
engineer. I can fix anything on this ship.
Hans is just laughing.
Yeah.
Actually,
Good idea.
Taka's also laughing.
It's everything I've ever dreamed of.
Taka's also laughing, and
Just
it's the
going
first time we've
bananas
agreed on something. And it's beautiful.
Hey, we're all coming together. Yeah, good idea. Get yourself down to engineering. Start working on getting our shields back up. I need power burn cannons. I need everything getting repaired. Go nuts. Lead the team. Keep yourself alive.
To me, my squad!
Cool.
Hans, give me scanners and analysis. I guess is analysis the defensive one? Would that give us a defensive bonus?
Analysis, analysis is your defensive bonus. Scanners allows for you to get the enemy ship sheets.
Got it. Fuck that. I don't care. They're gonna blow into pieces anyway. Hans, analysis, if you wouldn't mind.
I forgot to name it. I should have named it.
Oh, your greatest sadness.
Okay,
It's okay.
so
you know where it lives.
all right, great. Your defense, then. I need you guys to roll your bridge merits.
All right.
He can't. By the way, he can't do analysis if he is also putting power to your systems. You get what I'm saying? So you can only do one or the other.
I think he's talking about me doing analysis.
Oh, you're doing the analysis.
Yeah.
Okay, got it. Yeah.
Hans doing
It's
analysis.
not going to work out well. 'cause my-
Power to shields. Good idea
That's my
doing
bridge merit,
repairs.
right?
Yeah, you're just rolling your bridge merit.
Nope, that's
All right.
the one.
Destroyer, your bridge merit. Success? Or unsuccess?
Yes.
Successful.
Success. Taka.
Success.
You keep targeting power cores?
Yes, and I'm
Yeah.
going to target the roaring machine.
Your evasive is successful. Nidar.
Success.
Hey, wow, successes all around. Hans?
Somehow it's a success.
Wow.
Out of one.
But when a plan comes
He's
together.
just on fire. I've got this.
And then good idea.
That's for you
You're
guys. We're
just
so
going to roll
bad.
speed this round
Awesome.
for how quickly you get to engineering.
Okay.
Just to get him there a little quicker, because I know his speed's not that high, I'm going to pheromone out to the Bountiful and Thriving. Carry that motherfucker.
I thought
I walk nowhere!
Cool, you automatically get there in a turn. All right.
That is so cool.
So,
Crowd surf.
I know, yeah.
the defensive roll here is 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16 is your defensive roll. Or no, I'm sorry. 17, 18, 19, 20. 20 is your defensive roll. Destroyer.
All right. We might go defensive a little more often, guys.
This is why you gotta balance out your stuff. Going all offense is great, but you can see how quickly it almost gets you dead.
Yes.
Think of it like, like boats. You get close, it's easy for you to hit the other boat. It's also very easy for that boat to hit you.
Is there anything about the AI being in our ship that's changing how our ship's working?
Not yet.
Okay.
Because it's not well integrated into the concordance yet. You're mostly got it out of your ship.
Okay.
Because frankly, that would be mostly a bad thing for you, not a good thing. So I figure you took some checks.
Oh, it's going to be great. We're going to be such good friends.
God damn it.
What'd you do?
I just fucked myself.
You can.
I know, I can
Or no?
9,
You
Jack.
can untweet.
No, I didn't tweet. I just. Oh, why can't Brosis and.
What was that?
Now you can't get tagged
9.
in photos.
Okay. The killing blow sort of settled, like it passed you, and then as it passed you and it started to kind of like lose its coordination a little bit, it pivoted back around you and kind of underneath you, exposing its sort of weak belly, but at the same time also exposing where it pushes out its boarding spears. It fires 2 boarding spears upwards towards your vessel, but your shields come back online just in time to disintegrate both shields. Or both spears.
That wasn't me, but I'll take the 5.
I'll take, yeah.
Yeah, that was just the power surge to the shields that Nidar kicked off.
Nidar.
Screaming Valor, it is now your attack turn. You are going to attack with the Polaron beams, which is 6.
But it's 12
Then
against
plus
shields,
your...
right?
What was that?
It's 12 against shields, isn't it?
Yes. But it's 6, and then we're going to count successes against shields.
Okay,
you just worry about the 6. I think it's just 6, right? Because all of your other moves were defensive.
Yeah, everything's defensive.
Yeah, okay, cool. Roll 6.
Oop. 2, because crits don't count.
That's correct.
It's a critless world.
You bring down the shields of the roaring machine.
Right, 'cause brightest eye shields suck.
Yep, they're gone. Congratulations.
I mean, you can kind of spit on the ship and the shields are gone, but we'll take it.
It spins out wildly, trying to attack you. Roll your defense again.
Same roll?
Yep. I mean, not the 6, the 20, or whatever it was.
Yeah.
24, whatever it was.
20, yeah.
Thanks.
Oh my god. This is bad. 3.
What was it?
3.
Oof.
That was about it. I think that might be the worst
You
roll
are
of the-
so lucky they also rolled a 3, and ties go to defenders.
Yay!
Noble defenders.
I can't believe no one's made that joke before. So I've been saying ties go to defenders for 12 weeks.
You did it.
The blast from their burn cannons pivots off of your shields, but your shields hold as Good Idea gets back to engineering and starts pushing them back online.
Yeah.
Good Idea, you want to roll for engineering?
I do. Should this be at bridge engineering or
No,
my, like...
this is an engineering diagnostic, which is 18.
Yeah.
Dude,
Wow, I think the right guy.
you can stay on our ship.
I'm good at some things.
You're good at a lot of things. Stop trying to like mess with our heads.
Well, messing with your heads is what I do best.
Yeah.
Don't worry, we're friends now.
Yay.
18. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Crit. 11. 1 down. 10.
10?
Yes.
Shields are back online. You have shields back up to full health.
Wow.
I did not know you could do that.
God, note to self, hire better engineers to just live there.
Is that before
Good job, everyone.
the third ship attacks?
Yes. Hold a minute.
My...
Roll your defense one more time, Destroyer.
Yeah. Six.
Okay. So those shields come up just in time to avoid a boarding spear firing from the watchful search. However, one of the boarding spears gets through and lodges directly in the base of your ship. You now, within the next turn, will have Brightest Eye on your vessel.
And don't we have like 30 bountiful and thriving?
Whatever.
That is the end of this round. What are your orders?
Okay. Good idea. Keep working on the shields, obviously.
Our shields are
Just
good.
keep
Do
them
we want
alive.
to do
We're
something
gonna keep
else?
getting hammered.
I
Pac-Ha, boarding spears into the, what did I say it was called? Roaring machine.
Or do we want good idea to work on the burn cannon since the shields are good?
Oh yeah, right. Our shields are up, right? They're full.
Yeah, The shields they're are back full.
up.
Good idea. Repair burn cannons. Thank
So you
you.
don't want me to lead the anti-brightest eye boarding party to fight them off?
You're so squishy.
Okay, so good idea is repairing the burning cannons. What are your ship orders?
Pac-Ha, boarding spears onto the
roaring machine.
Let's give them a little their own.
Is anyone on
taste
the
of
boarding
medicine.
spears, or we just
Nidar, keep
puncturing
me
them?
on defense, and I want combat maneuvers so that Pac-Ha can get some sweet shots off. And Hans, if you would be so kind as to bolster. What are the boarding spears are only at 5. Yeah, fuck the shield. Hans, if you could bolster offense by scanning, please.
Is anyone on the boarding spears, or are we just puncturing them?
Miscellaneous crew. Bunch of limbs.
Bunch of limbs.
You
All right,
don't
so you're
care.
sending limbs you're sending limbs to the other vessels to fight?
Yeah, I mean, better than Siren, right? And I'm going to keep the Bountiful and Thriving on my ship. Oh, and I pheromone to the Bountiful and Thriving. Something just punctured a hole. Kill everything that comes out of it.
Okay.
So we don't have to follow captain's orders in ship combat, right?
No, you don't have to.
Okay.
Okay, so with this round, best to just get the stuff out of the way. So everybody roll your merits, with the exception of Good Idea, who is going to roll a general engineering roll.
And me, because I'm rolling something different.
What are you doing?
I would like to make friends with the AI.
Okay, try. That is a social check.
Wait. Computer engineering.
No, this thing talks like a person. We've already set that up like 7 times. Like
It is an AI, dude, it's a lie.
It talked to you in Siren back in the Siren times. It talked to Noble like a person. It talked to Good Idea when he rolled a social check against that, not an engineering check. It's a social roll.
But I hacked it originally.
That is correct.
And I also installed it.
Yes, that doesn't mean you're making friends with it is a social roll. That's different
Unless I
than
hack it.
At this point, you've already unleashed it into an enemy mainframe. You cannot change that code. That code is beyond you. You've set it free.
All right. I'll hold for now.
Okay.
Are you going to do what he told you to do, or not do anything?
I can do what the captain likes.
Sorry, my
my sweet
iPad
AI.
died, so we're out of music, but we're just gonna keep going.
No, I murder in silence.
I need to take the informative merit. That's how I'll get it to like me.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. I mean, I'm plugged in. It's just not pulling enough power. It does this sometimes. It's really weird.
Well, that's odd.
Yeah.
So then this won't. Maybe it's just because you're plugged into a.
Oh, this little
box
It's okay. There's no sound in space, so it's all good. This is what space sounds
Did you roll a
like.
social
Quiet.
roll on the box?
True. Okay, so everybody roll your bridge merits, please.
All right.
Yep.
Good.
Okay, Destroyer.
Success.
Great. Taka.
Success.
Great. Nidar.
Success.
Wow. Great.
Fire!
Hans.
Not a success.
And Helm. Is a success.
Yay.
Good idea.
9.
Okay. Burn cannon repair is going to go smoothly over the course of this round, but you aren't going to have it back this round. All right. Okay. So you are going to roll your defense, which is your power and your. What are you sending your command stuff to, Max? You going to offense or defense?
Defense.
Oh,
Wasn't it
let's
defense
see.
or-
Likely
He hasn't called it yet. I'm asking.
offense because our shields are full. So offense. I'll take the hit.
Okay, great. So your defense is 9 plus 6, so 15. Please roll your defensive roll.
On 15. Boop. 7.
Okay, the burn cannons of the killing blow glance off of you.
Yeah.
Roll your attack.
Okay.
Which is 6 plus 5, 11 plus. You're using the Polaron beams?
No, boarding spears.
12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 16.
We've been slightly reticent to use boarding spears since that one time.
I understand,
But we're
6.
not on
Fill
them.
it with
so-
fill it with disposable bodies.
Maybe not Stan, but.
No, not
Just
Stan.
never put Hans in it.
Beat a
6.
2.
I bet Taka's kind of like, maybe Stan.
Maybe.
With the Stan.
Viz. Beat a 2.
It's a thing. You don't want to know.
6?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. The boarding spear, which is going towards the roaring machine, locks deep inside of it and floods the ship with limb. You get. What was your roll? 6?
Yeah.
You get 4 boarding spears into this thing.
Whoa.
So you're flooding that ship pretty intensely.
Amazing.
The fight continues on the roaring machine.
I've
It will
gotten
be
so much better at firing those.
pretty busy
in the simulator
to fight you this round.
Spear, spear. Not in the heart of a planet. Spear, spear.
We're so not going to blow up the roaring machine. We're just going to take it over and then glue it to our fucking ship.
Listen, we're just gonna have like 100 ships in one ship by the by
We're
like
just going
that
to keep
season
hot gluing
15.
these things to the butt of our ship.
You're gonna keep getting bigger. Our ship's gonna keep getting bigger. It's a whole thing.
Roll 2 defenses, please.
Yes, we are the Katamari crew.
Yeah. 15, you said, right?
Yeah.
5 and 9. Ooh.
Cool. The watchful search manages to again shake your ship with its burn cannons, but your shields are only taken down to 60%. You maintain a good situation there. However, the walls of engineering begin to shake as this happens. And through one of them, suddenly, like 2 giant spikes seem to like hit through the wall and then tear it open. And Good Idea, as well as the Bountiful and Thriving around him, are facing down a horde of Brightest Eye, who've made their way from that boarding spear and are now attacking your engineering.
Get back to the bridge.
Butts.
Wait, we never gave you a gun, did we? No, did we?
Run! No, come get back. We'll protect you. Get back.
Yeah.
Put on like Guile's fight music from Street Fighter.
Someone in the background just being like,
As your vessel starts to become overwhelmed by the boarding spear from inside of it, but as the other 2 vessels literally start to like spin out towards each other and start to like collide with one another,
Nice.
you find yourself now in a rather than a big sort of space fight. That seems to essentially have resolved itself mostly due to the sort of discoordinating actions of the AI that Hans unleashed. You are now faced. You are now faced with a ship fight down on the ground. As the time as
on the ground?
Or in the vessel.
Okay.
Good Idea is staring down these crazy things as we pivot over to the Pac-Ha.
Meanwhile.
Yes.
Oh
hey.
Oh hey.
I've got all these drills and stuff. I'm like ready to. I'm like already tagging all over the Pac-Ha vessel. I've got like,
You
spray
are literally minutes from arriving at the destination. As you step onto the bridge, I assume you're cool with everybody being on the bridge?
Yes.
Okay. Hey, Fractal, you're on the bridge.
What's up?
What's up?
What's up, Bridge?
Bridge mirrors.
As you step onto the bridge, you're, oh gosh, I'm sorry, guys.
What?
More things explode.
Up onto the bridge.
Gotem steps out of the seat and looks at you. Captain, we are approaching the rendezvous coordinates. And it steps over, allowing you the chair.
Whew, this is awkward timing, but I gotta do it. Give me comms to the whole ship.
Okay. You are.
We're doing it.
You are plugged in.
Doing it. Wow.
Hold on a second. Let's see if I can make this happen.
Real magic happening now.
I just want to make sure I have, if at all possible.
Everyone watching, send your good energy to Jackson's technology.
Yeah, do it.
Sorry guys,
Everyone!
if half the crew leaves right now, we're real screwed. But,
I do believe in
Sirenscape.
I do.
Then just be really, really convincing.
This is where I gotta figure out if they have a
Lucy,
desktop
leaves
app
on
and start
what?
using it.
What?
Leaves on what? If they're like, we're getting out of here, you're just like, open the airlocks, bye.
Anyone who doesn't want to say we're launching you into space, goodbye.
Sorry, there's this crazy thing where
You
peacekeep
can't take
vessels have
anything with you, though.
lifeboats. I know that's weird.
We'll
Yeah.
send some kind of distress signal, I'm sure, to the.
Oh my gosh.
Hey, they're not taking our calls right now, so whatever.
I know.
Oh, they're like blowing up your phone, and you're like, nah.
No. Apparently we're blowing up theirs, and it's not working.
Yeah, they're the new phone who did.
Where are we going?
Who dis?
They're
like, oh, they're like,
Oh,
who
wait,
dis?
that is amazing. Yeah, that's such a good call, dude. I love that.
Oh well, this isn't gonna work. Okay.
Did you want to try the fun thing? It might do it.
At this point, no. Like
Okay.
the iPad is. It has no idea what it's doing with itself. It had 5% battery life when I started the show.
Got it.
I left it at home today. I had to. That's why it took me an hour and a half to get here.
It's cool.
The whole thing. I went through hell to
We'll
get this
just
thing, and then it
pretend
broke on me.
Hans
So
infected
I'm
it
having a
with
great night.
the AI.
We love you.
So, you have shipwide comms.
Yeah.
I can't play copyrighted music on this stream, right? Damn. Okay.
You can hum it a little bit.
No.
This is Captain Lucy Bard. To the crew of the Avalon. This is the hardest request I will ever make of you. You have all chosen, for your own reasons, to serve the Pac-Ha Peacekeep. But I have to tell you that we have discovered incontrovertible proof that the Pac-Ha are responsible for the greatest evil the galaxy has ever known. And we may be the only ones who can stop it. I'm asking you to trust me. All of the evidence will be presented for you and for everyone I can get to see. But right now, we are speeding towards the only person who might be able to help us stop the slate. And that is what we do. We save people. Whether or not the Pac-Ha realize that's what they created, that is what they created when they created the Peacekeep, and that is why you are here. If you choose not to come with me, we have, what do you call an escape craft?
You've got lifeboats.
Lifeboats. Yeah. I feel like there's a real word. Shuttle.
Yeah, let's just go with lifeboats.
Yeah. The lifeboats are yours. But I hope you will come with me in the greatest rescue we have ever attempted. Lucy Bard out.
Roll for command.
Is there any like really important information I forgot to put in there? I don't say in character because I'm not allowed to.
I don't think so, no.
Okay,
That's pretty much it.
Your command
That's pretty much
speech
everything we know.
is a 19.
Okay.
I remind you, you have willpower.
Yeah, let's just
Yeah, we need that this time.
3 more of those.
So much adrenaline running through my body right now.
Feels great. You just told me what the roll was. I'm so sorry.
19.
19 plus 3 for 22.
Girl, you rolled that 22.
12, 16, 20. May I? I didn't wait for your answer. I just took your dice.
She's become the captain that we have. Oh my
Yeah.
god! She just leveled up like 19 levels,
I'm
dude.
just saying.
Ultimate captain.
Right is right and wrong is wrong.
I think you missed a B.
That's a bad beginning. It's okay, you got more. Frack, y'all. Oh boy. One, two. Oh. Is there anything I can do after I've rolled?
No.
Oh my god.
Does being right help at all?
Yes.
Okay.
It's like visionaries.
Well, if she wants, I can start transmitting some of that information to the ship.
I mean, you definitely can, but let me know what you got.
Sorry.
I have 4 successes.
Okay.
I didn't fail.
No, you didn't.
No.
It is a low rate, but it is a medium success. So here's what that means.
Yeah.
Your core ship systems check in with you. This being your engineering, your tactical, your science. Those places, all to the one, check in and say, we're with you, Captain. Like, they understand they're in it. The civilian population of your vessel starts lining up for the lifeboats. They don't want to head into any kind of like insane emergency situation, and it sounds like this whole thing's getting kind of crazy, so they are going to evacuate, which will leave you essentially with like a skeleton crew on this vessel, but that's enough to run the vessel.
Okay.
So as they do, and they sort of pop out of this thing, leaving you with just your skeleton crew, the vessel comes out of crossing speed into what looks like a field of wreckage. There are brightest eye vessels strewn in every direction. And in the center of that is a vessel you barely recognize.
We're so awesome.
One that's been retrofit and changed and painted and re-retrofit. A huge barrel on the back of it. But your scanners and Opara confirm, Captain, that's the Screaming Valor.
What on earth happened here? Scanners?
Captain, I want to do something like that to our ship.
Yeah.
That's you.
Yeah. Me and my crew. We happen.
I mean, look at the debris. They just destroyed a bunch of brightest eyes.
One of you now.
Your scanners indicate that there's the wreckage of at least 4 discrete brightest eye vessels here. They also seem to be in some manner of information turmoil. Like the computer systems on them are all like going crazy or only sending back like crazy loud feedback. The vessel at the center of the thing
metal.
is
metal as fuck.
you can see essentially the life signs on it. There's a few brightest eye life signs, and they are one by one being cut down. They're sort of like blipping out, except for the one that sits on the bridge, which at this point is giving off a really different reading than last it did.
Can we see good idea?
Let's search for it.
Oh shit, they have teleporters. Oh, no.
Yeah.
Just sitting here
Um,
very
so-
confused. I have no idea what's happening.
Good idea is in fact there on the vessel. He's down in that area with all the rest of those brightest eye. He looks like he's like sort of directly threatened.
All right, lock on to good idea, please.
Oh,
Yeah, their shields are up.
Oh, we can't do that. Oh,
Were you coming to the bridge or are you staying down? And
I will.
What exactly
run.
does my dimensionality do?
It allows you to sort of blip in and out of perception and move, short distances in an instantaneous way.
Okay.
Can I send a hail to the Avalon?
Not before I send my hail to you.
That seems weird.
No, I'm just excited because that was my next move.
Because you guys are in the middle of
Both ships
we're
hail
busy.
each other.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is Hansrald Nirun of
You put him on screen?
Screaming Valor.
I just want to make sure.
Sure, yeah.
Are we visual? Okay.
This is Hansrald Nirun of the Screaming Valor.
God.
We request assistance as we are currently embroiled in a combat situation
we don't.
which threatens the lives of our entire crew.
we don't.
I mute the channel.
Can I see Viz behind him?
Yeah,
Give me a
giant fucking
Bard.
cockroach queen.
What am I
roll,
seeing?
Bard, roll perception.
To see the queen?
Yes.
Okay.
Wait, oh, no.
This is a
22
10.
feet long.
Thank
Max,
you.
trust me, this is a genius move.
Captain's gonna crush your skull,
Jack,
dude.
just out of curiosity, too far away for me to I can't change ships, can I?
It would be difficult for you.
Okay.
But
I mean,
you could
You
try.
did go back down to a planet.
Yeah, you went down. You went down to the planet on your own terms. That was a hard
now
roll,
I can roll.
But you did do it. So we've established. So we've established you can move through shields. Yes.
6.
6. Now I can roll.
And with way
Nice.
less dice.
Yes, you can see behind him the thorax of the now large visionary destroyer.
Take someone with me.
That's real tough.
Oh, nice thorax.
Hey,
Nice thorax.
Oh my god, amazing.
He is wearing
That's
pants.
amazing.
He's wearing pants, all right.
He's wearing
The
pants.
chat's been wondering all night if Max was wearing pants, and now
He's wearing pants.
Now we
Jack.
know.
I just put them on.
This is Captain Lucy Bard of the Avalon. Are you the captain of this ship?
No, as I stated, I am the science officer aboard the Screaming Valor.
Right.
Why is their captain not talking to you?
What is your situation?
Well, as you can see, we are sitting in the debris of many exploded ships that were trying to kill us.
Do you have a tongue named "This might be a good idea"?
Hang on one moment, I will check. I mute
Mute the channel.
I want to get on the horn to engineering and tell good idea to boost our shields as much as possible.
All you hear from engineering is scream. You are now in combat with 10 brightest eyes. Roll initiative.
I can only do so much for this ship.
Can we get him up to
Do you
the
roll
bridge?
initiative?
Captain, do you
can
want me
I-
to go to engineering?
Can I hack
Oh yes,
this
10
ship
security
really
teams go to engineering.
Okay, I am Jack. I am headed to
I
engineering.
understand.
Okay.
Initiative of
Oh my god.
Yeah, but also both of these things are moving too. So it's
Einstein
difficult.
drag.
Hey, my music's back. Yay!
Oh, drop that beat.
Hey.
Drop into beat.
You know what the Midwest? No.
Just to wrap your two-dimensional around him. Yeah.
Is young.
Okay, don't, no, we can't, that's not a thing we can do on the air.
However we
Stop.
do it. Oh, right, sorry.
Wait,
Cool.
What is it?
So,
I missed it.
3.
What just happened?
okay. So yeah, we're not going to play this out as a combat for now.
Nope.
But you are under serious duress. You've had to hide behind a counter as the brightest eye all fight each other. You are pinned down. You are not long for this world. You are under serious threat. It's going to take at least a turn for Pac-Ha to get to you. So
And
we're in a pretty
I'm
bad
calling
space.
and
I'm not- I would-
a security
when
team
you-
with me.
Understood.
So not just by myself.
When you receive that call, that's the situation.
Okay.
Go.
Okay.
Wait, what was the call?
Hans just called you from the bridge.
Shields.
Shields. Living's the problem that I have right now.
I agree.
Side to
Hence
side
our need
transport
for
me.
shields.
Teleport me out of here. Teleport me out of here.
I actually can do that, right? I can teleport him to the bridge.
You can try. Internal transport's never been tried on the Screaming Valor.
Well, you get a +5 for
I
that.
say we try it.
Oh, that's true.
There you
My
go.
transport engineering is not bad. Let's give this a try.
And,
Okay.
if it's never been done before, he gets a bonus, right?
Last
Yeah.
time we fucked up a
Well, I
transport,
don't
you
think that
ripped
this would
something molecule
qualify
to
as
molecule
theoretical
apart.
science.
It's true.
Let me know when I can talk again.
Wait, he did
You
what?
can talk again.
Yeah, we killed the plane.
You're not doing
last
this.
time,
You want me to roll
remember?
transport
I
engineering?
would. 25. Assuming you're going to do that, go for it.
If you take your shields down, we can transport Good Idea to safety. Our scanners can see that he's in danger.
We're good.
It's a 13.
We're good.
Okay.
We're all good
Yeah,
here.
nobody
How
on
are
this
you?
bridge speaks that language except for Hans.
And I'm trapped in a maelstrom of legs and screaming.
Where are
I
you
have no
transporting him
idea.
I'm going to transport him. Captain, where should I
Shit,
transport
I
him?
should be having you talk. I guess they can't.
You should not
understand me. Hans can understand.
I don't agree with any of this. This is insanity.
He's currently getting like murderated. I'm transporting him out of engineering so that he's safe.
I mean, I can tell that it's the Bountiful and Thriving that are fighting the Brightest Eye, right?
Yes.
How many, though?
I mean, it's a fairly equal number right now. The Brightest Eye got a lot of guys onto your vessel, and they're pretty.
And the concordances are starting to fall apart inside those Brightest Eye?
Yes.
Guess who has transporters that work?
If they don't,
Yeah, we don't want.
If you don't transport me, I want to do something else.
Guys, he already did it. He already rolled. I just need to know where he's going.
Fine, then to the bridge. Then to the bridge.
Okay.
Onto the bridge.
Good idea arrives on the bridge.
Okay,
Safe and sound.
then I don't leave the bridge.
Okay. Well, no, you've already left.
Oh, well, then I'm heading back.
But you can head back for
I'll
sure.
tell you to come back.
Yes.
Come back.
I vomit on the floor.
You see him behind them.
Good idea.
Holy shit!
Holy shit!
Are you all right?
Yes, yes, yes.
What? This crew took you, but they're fighting other Brightest Eye. Tell me what's going on.
We are currently under attack.
I
They're
mute the channel.
trying to.
Okay.
How long?
Thanks.
Why are we
we
still
back
talking to
the
them?
bridge?
Yeah. So, all right.
Actually, I would
Good
like you
idea,
to go
and
back
we
down to
need them to take their
engineering
shields
and
down.
take
They're
care
not
of our
gonna do
slight
that.
problem, which is a lot of rogue Brightest Eye trying to blow up our ship. Would you mind killing them?
What?
He's sending Taka down to
Oh,
kill
okay,
them.
I'm
Is that
still-
correct?
Yeah, Taka,
I'm
I think
still-
keep going. You
No, okay,
do
yeah, I'm on
great
my
work.
way.
Okay, so
We're all
Taka still
very
heading down
proud
to the. We're back on the Avalon for a second. What do you got?
Did their thing just go silent?
They
on
just
me?
muted the channel. Yes.
Can I open it back up?
What?
Sorry.
Let her make a call.
Got it.
Is that there's not a way for me to unmute their end of the hail, is there?
I mean,
We can
I can try
try.
hack, yeah.
We can try.
For God's sake, don't make me fire at you. I don't want to do that.
This is not the time.
Would you fire on an unarmed ship in the middle of a distress signal?
She knows you're not. She knows you're armed.
I'm not lying.
Unarmed is
I'm not lying.
No,
You're
he's
in
not
the
lying.
middle of
We just
distress.
got
Yeah, but you're
attacked.
not unarmed.
Yeah, and also you are last
games
time.
at all.
Doesn't matter. Last time we met you,
You
were
just
enemy.
repaired them.
And you
well,
stole
fine.
our dude.
We are a non-violent ship at the moment.
Well,
No,
debatable.
we're not firing on them.
Science Officer Hans Neroon, can you hear me?
Captain, what should I do? I can't hear her, but she looks very angry.
Put me on.
Transferring?
Destroyer appears on your screen.
Captain? You've changed.
Queen.
Queen. Congratulations.
Unnecessary. What do you want?
Why are you fighting the Brightest Eye?
Sorry, just really quick. Can we assume that good idea is translating for me? Because I don't
Yes.
speak German or-
Yes.
Okay.
I'm going
Okay.
to assume translation.
Thank you.
Moreover, I'm going to
Brightest Eye
assume that
brought this
the.
upon
Moreover, I'm going to assume that the Siren technology that you got on the last round should be doing a lot of this translation for you.
Oh, cool. Got it.
I'm not speaking Terran, I'm speaking Pac-Ha basic.
Yeah.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah. And I can.
Because I don't
translate
think we should
anything.
let good idea speak.
Fair enough. Then he is not.
I have no war with the Brightest Eye. They brought this upon themselves.
You took our science officer. This might be a good idea. We have one of your crew. Can we talk about this?
I have no need for any more crew. And I have need of good idea. If anything is going to stop the slate, it's going to be him.
You don't want Noble Defender?
Noble Defender's dead.
No, he's not.
Destroyer, roll composure. That's a 3.
Maybe no.
He's dead?
I was gonna. I was like, that's a card we just pulled right now. Okay.
Oh shit! I thought he.
Nobody wants me to roll composure. This is terrible. 1.
Okay. He's alive? Take it to heart.
Okay.
That's the first thing that's tied you back to your old life since you became a queen. It reckons deep into your being, hearing that he is alive.
Hans,
Yes, Captain.
somebody stop that AI from getting through the entire concordance. Good idea. Help him.
I don't know if that's within our capabilities, Captain.
Talk to it. Do whatever you can. That thing rips through my brother. I don't know what's going to be left.
Can I hear that, or is it back in a different
Yeah,
language?
you hear it.
Okay, so here's an interesting.
Certainly, Captain.
Here's an interesting thing. I don't have science expression, something like that, right? It's the ability to sub a social skill for
a mental skill for a social skill.
Best way to befriend an AI that I can think of, talk to him about artificial intelligence. Talk to him on the terms of an artificial intelligence. I can't do that because I don't have that merit.
Sure.
But between Good Idea and
I might be able to help.
Yeah, you want to do a combined check?
No.
Okay.
I would like to roll a 16 to break my loyalty switch.
Oh.
Lucy doesn't know what that is, but Amy's excited.
so real.
I believe the check you need to beat is a 9.
10.
That willpower.
It was a 12. It was a 12.
and you took it down to a 10.
Oh, I thought I took it down to a
Yeah,
9. Okay, took it down to a 10.
Damn.
No. Fuck.
What was it?
It's like a 6.
No good.
Thank the queen.
I'm still your friend.
You should have thrown your last willpower into that or something.
I did actually.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah. I rolled a 17 and I got a 6.
Got it.
Our previous plan.
Please help my brother.
Okay, so shut down the AI that we just released.
Or maybe it's
I think
No,
it's,
don't shut
I
it
think
down,
It's
just-
more like
keep it away from.
make it.
Please
our
convince
friend
that there's one
so
thing
that
it shouldn't
doesn't
be.
hurt.
Wait, I talked
Hold
to
on,
him
hold on.
real
What's the
Yeah,
captain's
guys,
order?
we're so in the weeds on a thing that isn't the point right now.
I talked to him.
Go
I
ahead.
just go, wait. I don't understand what you're doing. What do you need? What do you need about Noble Defender? What do you need him for?
What do I need him for? I don't
Yeah,
need
What
for
are you
anything.
trying to
I
do
want
right
him.
now? We're offering you a trade. We'll give you Noble Defender. You guys can have him, and we will take. This might be a good idea.
If you don't give me my brother, I will tear every single living thing on that ship apart with my bare fucking hands.
And he'll die. That's a great idea.
Yeah, and he'll die. He's been dead.
He's
and
alive.
I mourned him, and I forgot him.
But it's I don't know. You seem a little stirred up, is what I'm saying. When someone brought up his name. Hey, who am I to say anything to a giant cockroach creature? Just saying. It seems like you care a lot about him.
Queen, your ship is overrun, your brother is in danger, and we need to know that our science officer is okay.
It's right there.
So you
He's
all
fine.
are fine. Hans was wrong about any sort of distress.
Well, I
No, we are most certainly under distress.
I am happy here. I enjoy it. It is my favorite place.
More convincing mental switch than that.
What the
Leuven,
hell?
you can see it in his eyes.
I
There's-
know, I'm
yeah.
dying.
What the hell is wrong with him?
Wait, can I see Leuven?
Yes.
Oh, am I on screen?
Well, no. I'm sorry. No. We're on the captain. You're offside.
Yeah, I was like, I do not choose to be on
Yeah.
camera.
Okay.
All right, when I said that, I definitely stepped in front of camera.
Yeah, I
Just leaned in.
I figured.
Captain, your science officer is perfectly happy and healthy. I have no intention of harming him ever.
We can
I've told
continue
him
this
as much.
discussion. Are you in danger, and would you like assistance in exchange for further conversation?
No, but we'll continue the conversation. I handle my own messes.
If Good Idea is harmed, you will not enjoy that conversation.
No, I don't think I will.
And she hangs up on you before you even get the last word.
Work on a mask for Noble Defender signal. He's not going anywhere.
Sounds good.
Yep.
And you are meanwhile going to be. You want to watch these guys?
I mean, if it looks like the ship is actually like, if it turns out that there's something I can do to help short of firing on them to take their shields down and rescue the people off the ship, like for now, it doesn't seem like there's anything I can do.
Got it. So
Why are we
as you-
you're very happy.
So
Why are we helping them?
as you settle up to watch them, and as Destroyer, you turn, and what are your orders?
Well, Taka's on her way down to engineering, right?
Yes.
With a how many limbs are with me?
Good Idea and
Quite a few.
Hans are working on the AI.
The fact that they're
Nidar,
the brightest side makes me.
do me a favor.
Let me destroy the inside out.
See how many of those invading brightest eye you can just put to sleep. I don't want to have to kill them all. And I think I have some mutants for them.
Let's do that. Let's try that.
Okay.
If you want to pull me aside and have a word, we can do that.
Captain, what do we do?
Nidar, telepathy control for 19.
19.
And Pac-Ha, just give me a blaster check for 14.
Well, I'd be using my Pac-Ha one, which is 17.
Okay, great, cool. Just hit me with that.
Breaking those shields if they cycle around, if there's any.
So
Can
shooty.
we analyze their shields right now?
Yeah.
I don't know what my roll
Any
for that
trick
would be.
take?
That is a computer hacking roll, so 17.
Can I join?
Plus Leuven's engineering diagnostic, which is 17.
Nice. That seems pretty
They're
reasonable.
4.
Okay.
Cool.
Their minds are far too scrambled for you to encounter and manage properly.
5.
Okay. So you step into a chaotic battlefield, pull your blasters, and get ready to fight.
I don't want you to die either.
We're leveling off in the last moments here, so I just want to get anybody who's doing anything else.
Oh.
How we doing, Rake?
I rolled a 3.
All right. You start analysis of their shields, but nothing seems to be working. Leuven, how you feeling?
Don't know yet.
All right.
You and me both, sister.
Yeah. That's what I thought too. I was like, yeah, no.
Okay, not bad. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. You begin to isolate the pattern by which their shield operates. You've seen brightest eye technology. You know that it's well inferior to your standard technology. Now, the shields on this vessel aren't brightest eye. They're Siren, mixed with a brightest eye technology. So the graft isn't perfect. And one of the things that you start to see is that
I have a lot of Siren knowledge, too.
So do
exactly.
I. Yeah.
Exactly. So the thing you guys start to see is that these things cycle like a normal commercial Siren shield cycles, meaning that there are patches where you can try to access using a teleporter if and when that's the thing you want to do, but it's very dangerous. You have this information, and sort of before we kick off with this thing, I just want you to have a last conversation with the captain about how you guys proceed from here.
Yep.
As they lock down to sort of fight this stuff down.
How dangerous?
Like you could smash his molecules against an energy wall.
Yeah, something like that.
Or tear them apart, molecule by molecule.
I mean, you had an idea earlier, certainly that was interesting, obviously risky, but interesting.
About flying, teleporting in or whatever?
Yeah.
You said I couldn't take someone with me.
It'd be hard, yeah, I was gonna say, it's very, very difficult to take somebody with you. You could go, but with the right kind of roll. But
Come on
no,
down,
I
we're
mean,
great.
it's just, really all you have to add here is your perspective. I'm just looking for you guys to have a plan heading into...
Captain, I think what we might be able to do is actually, as it's cycling, as there's going to be a gap where we can pull through. If we aim at the gap and fire our lasers at it, we might be able to open the gap wide enough to transfer him through.
I don't think we have to fire on them at all. If what you're telling me is correct, if there's a gap in their shields.
But I mean, I'm saying I would enhance the chance of it. If we do that, we would be able to teleport them. We'd be leave. I can get us out of here. It would just open because if you're saying it's like a slit, right? That's going around.
Essentially.
So what I'm saying is we would fire on that, open it up a little wider, and there's a huge gap where he can come through.
I mean, you could also do that. It
would be like a combination, is what I'm saying. We're aiming at
essentially, he's arguing for a version of this where you still fire on them, but you do so in a way to get them out.
Like you'd be firing through the puka in order to hit the shield and disrupt the shields a little bit more.
Yeah.
In order to zip me through.
Whereas Leuven's saying you have an option here that doesn't involve blaster fire or scatter beam fire.
Are we sure that's what I'm saying?
I don't know if that's what you're saying, but what I know is that Bard is left with this fairly enormous conundrum, and that the brightest eye are left with a engineering filled with enemy brightest eye, as
Captain.
Out of the darkness
No, what?
drops out one massive Pac-Ha vessel. It is 4 times the size of the Avalon, stacked with stacked with scatter beams from top to tail. Vessels like this are known in peacekeep circles as ships of myth and legend. These are not ships that anyone gets to serve on except for Flame. These ships are crewed entirely by Flame. They are known for their ruthless and intense efficiency towards military operations and are only used in the most desperate of circumstances. Seeing one above you is enough to make you believe your days are numbered. It identifies as the Starcrosser Ashland. The captain, a massive hulking flame named Kors the Unbound. He sends a general signal to both of your parties to immediately stand down and prepare to be boarded. The Pac-Ha Peacekeep is taking good idea, and the rest of you are under arrest.
Oh, fuck that.
And with that,
Shit, dog.
we end
this
episode of V.A.S.T.
Oh, so much war.
No way.
So,
Hey, Jackson.
hey. I live for your flip-offs. Yes, do it. I love you all. This was amazing. I'm exhausted. You're exhausted. We brought everybody together and not united you under a common threat, but at least given you a common threat. I look forward to seeing how much you guys decide to screw each other over instead of working together next week. As we end this season of V.A.S.T. See you all next week. Oh, I should mention, in the moments just after the Ashland, in the moments just after the Ashland arrives, we we stop from that to quiet, moving through the med bay, up to the bed, where suddenly Noble Defender wakes. Credits. There we go.
Oh,
Now you
man.
got it. Come back next week when we will face the final challenges of V.A.S.T. Season 1, and I will announce what's coming next for all of you. So thank you again for watching, and I will see you guys next week. Nope, I totally screwed up my sign-off. I do it every week. Do it again. Here we go. Thanks for watching. This has been V.A.S.T. I'm Jackson Lanzing, and I'll see you in the future. Lanzing, and this is V.A.S.T, or at least it will be V.A.S.T. We're just still getting things a little bit ready to go and setting up here. So while we do, just take a break, take it easy, take a look at that amazing concept art that we keep running through the feed for y'all. Talk amongst yourselves, complain about my weird new beard, and just hang on, because we're going to be right with you with the first part of the 2-part finale of V.A.S.T. This is a really exciting time, and I can't wait to show you what we've got. But it just takes a little bit extra time when LA traffic is at a standstill all over the Southland. Talk to you soon. Bye, guys.